did you get the chance to actually start explaining a little bit about the match, or are you?
Yeah, I explained a little bit about the match. I explained that this is the Stars Tournament. We're running some of our newest runners against each other, seeing how far they can get after being mentored by some of the veterans of the community.
So yeah, the goal is definitely to discover who's going to be the next rising star. So the way we do that is we prevented some runners to actually join the tournament. The cutoff was if you have a sub 1 hour any percent time, then you cannot actually join, and you instead become what we call the star coach. So your goal was pretty much to be open to help people practice, learn some stuff, and that's what we're gonna get to see today is Czaj and Shuzo take all their own personal training and the help they could get around from star coaches and bring that into their own gameplay. So yeah, I'm really excited about starting this off.
What I think is really exciting about this match in particular is that we've seen both of these runners by now. We get to see how they did in their last matches and how they do now. And I think it'll be an interesting transformation to see.
Yes. So they both get the W, so they are both 1 and 0 right now. So one of them is going to have to knock the other off their little pedestal. But yeah, what's interesting as well is different from the other tournament we did. Two different things. First of all, you're seeing tutorial floor, which you haven't seen in quite a long time. And that's normal. We wanted it to make it as much as any percent as we could.
And it looks like Czaj is going for a...
oh yeah!
For a tutorial skip. Nice. I dig it.
And it's actually the second runner we see do that. Only Skate Band did it the first week that I can remember. And there's also another one at Egg where you can skip the elemental explanation by picking up the egg.
Yep, nice.
And,
every second counts.
There you go. And you see CUNY is speaking on Shuzo's side, but Czaj is actually going to skip one extra box. It actually ended up being pretty close anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. Czaj got a little bit of a late start. Fortunately, this is one of those runs where the seconds don't matter quite as much. Going for a pickup, but it's not working. I'm gonna throw him instead. All right.
So yeah, they're gonna be doing tutorial floor because we wanted to make it as any percent close as we could, because we want that to maybe interest the runners to know that if they can beat it in a tournament setting, then definitely they can try any percent, which is definitely a more intimidating category. But yeah, if you do it in the setup of a tournament, it's easier to do it when you're at home, comfortable, and just, you know, not stressed about another runner trying to beat you up. They're gonna face off in the same towers, so seeded tower is still a thing. But the other difference we have based off the other tournament, or the prior tournament, should I say, is this time they are allowed re-entry. So what does that mean is if they die or if they want to use any of the two items that lets you get out of the tower, Wind Crystal and Uling Fruit, if they want to use it on themselves, they can, if they want, re-enter the tower. What would you keep from that is, well, if you die, the only thing you keep is CUNY's level, leaving always reset Ko's level back to 1. And if you die, well, you don't get to keep any of your items, so that's it. If you use a Wind Crystal, you can keep everything except Ko's level.
Shuzo's and if you in a bad spot right here.
Oh yeah, just stuck between... oh, and with the lower elevation as well. Wow, that's a rough spot.
I guess Fireball. Fireball, yeah.
Yeah, meeting a flame as a first enemy is definitely rough. You never want to see that.
Yeah,
and Czaj did get out of that room without actually triggering the trap, so they never got stuck. This is a dead end, so yeah, you don't want to get there.
Fortunately, it looks like both runners have gotten their first level up. That first level up is really important because it gives you a huge boost to HP, among other things.
Oh yeah.
I believe it is actually the biggest HP growth they will see out of any single level.
By far. I think the second closest, like this one is plus 10. I think the closest is plus 6. And there's a few level ups later on that gives you 1 extra HP, so yeah, that's kind of,
Yeah.
Leveling up is never like the greatest thing ever. You still want to level up because more HP is always good. And the extra attack you get where here and there is actually do stack up pretty well. Defense is bad, but that's another thing.
Czaj is on floor 3 here, trying to figure out how exactly they want to tackle this.
Yes. So, like, the only real scary thing in that room is definitely the cyclone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not. Okay, fire crystal. Let's go.
That fire crystal, that's good. Probably what I would have gone with.
Yeah, you see, the trolls are worth good experience, and they're really easy to beat. They actually are worth exactly the same as the cyclones, which are definitely tougher.
It is worth noting that he will not get any experience for what his salamander kills, so he's not getting any level ups out of that.
Yep.
Whereas it looks like Shuzo here is going for the kill, getting those level ups.
Yeah, it seems like a standard start. So what they'll want to see is gear probably is the first thing you want to find. Floor 2 to 5 is going to be your exploration floors. They might not try to actually leave and go as fast as you can, even though this is a speedrun. You still need to have a few tools in your belt to be able to actually survive those later floors. So they might get a few levels. They probably will, most importantly, look for some gear. Or maybe some tools as well, like a good spell ball, or maybe just like some fruits that do bad status to the enemies. Ulim, tuna, could be interesting. But more importantly, I think gear would be the first thing you want to see. Early on, it makes a huge difference.
I personally would be looking for either a Scarlet Wand or a Life Wand.
Yes.
Wands give you that big Mixture Magic bonus damage. Scarlet Wand will give you more damage because it's aligned with your Q's fire element. However, Life Wand will help you stay alive longer. And in a run like this, speed is less important than staying power. So between the two, I would probably pick a Life Wand.
Yeah, because the way we decide who is the victor, the winner of a race, is by highest floor reach. So in a sense, this is a challenge run as well as a speed run. It's more important to stay alive, as you said, but to make sure that people continue just moving fast, so it keeps being a speed run, not just a challenge run. Is that in case of a tie, and it happens, a tie happens because they are in the same tower. If one floor is really, really bad, they will both have to go through that. Then the one that wins that tie is defined by the person who got there first. So being in front of your opponent, even though you don't know, is always important. And we have a Scarlet one. This is a run.
And it's not even cursed. That's good.
Let's go. Or even if it is, I mean, you prefer it not to be. You don't want to lose the accuracy, but yeah, Scarlet is definitely a big one. And Shuzo has not gone through floor 4 yet, so they might actually get it as well. We'll hope, because this is huge.
Shuzo might miss that, and if they do, I think that Chai will be at a significant advantage over Shuzo.
Oh yeah, that would be huge, honestly. Especially considering we saw Chai actually back down 2 tiles just to get the elevation advantage, which we don't see too often. In terms of the newer runner, this is really good. There is an elemental triangle in this game. Fire beats wind, wind beats water, water beats fire.
Shuzo did find that Scarlet Wand.
Yes, being on higher elevation gives you the equivalent of having the elemental advantage, and if you have it already, then it stacks together, so being on higher elevation is huge. And we see Shuzo not necessarily going for it, even though that absolutely wasn't necessary. He did one shot cyclone. Yeah,
he ended up getting that lucky crit.
Oh yeah. But yeah, they will explore probably from 2 to 5 included. Maybe they will explore 6 as well, since they have a very powerful one. They could. But starting on floor 7, you will see them fly off a little bit faster. And then we're gonna see how they tackle 10. I generally prefer to grind a little bit on floor 10 just to get some very good XP, since it's not too hard. Some players have started to just ignore grinding on 10 and just go for the fastest win, which makes sense as well.
I personally don't grind out floor 10. I try to streak through those floors as fast as I can to get to those pickets.
Yeah, pickets is definitely a good XP source, no question.
But grinding on floor 10 isn't a bad idea. You've got a good elemental matchup against most monsters, or at least neutral on most monsters. And you've got some real powerful water monsters coming up shortly thereafter, so it's not a bad idea to get that extra boost in power.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to tackle, you don't want to tackle Krakens ever, but if you are to, I guess having that extra level or 2 definitely helps. But yeah, as long as you've got a few fireball charges, Garudas, and Picket will grind you back up real fast.
Yeah.
So that's not always a problem.
With the world record looking like it does right now,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
certain all of our runners have seen it. I'm wondering just how well they'll use those Garudas if we find any. I'm really hoping we see a Garuda somewhere in this tournament.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. We saw two yesterday.
Oh, did we?
Yes. There was a roach fruit on 12, I think, used to get a Garuda, and then the runner Dreamy found a Garuda egg as well. After. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I missed the match yesterday, unfortunately.
That was a very interesting match, honestly.
It
ended
sounded
up
like
being.
it was.
Yeah, especially since the other runner couldn't. But yeah, you can go back and watch that match if you feel like it. It was definitely a good one. But yeah, Garuda was. There were Garudas in the run. That was wild.
So Shuzo chose a kind of interesting way to tackle that scenario there. He picked up his Kyun and set it behind him, whereas he could have just stepped down and right up onto that platform and it would have moved his Kyun away from the Maneva anyways, and he would have gotten that high ground advantage. Probably saved him a couple of hit points.
Yeah, setting up CUNY behind you and realizing that it will always trying to go there and use that to manipulate is one skill that I don't see a lot of runners use. In the Star Tournament so far, I guess this is, once you practice it enough, it becomes second nature. But I think you need to just, like, use it a little bit to get accustomed to. I don't think many runners have done that, which is fine. There's definitely most important thing to tackle, and you can manually pick up CUNY or tell him to go there with R2 triangle combo. So yeah.
I think both runners do have a wind crystal already.
Yes, there was one on both sides. I don't know if they used it, but there was one. I'm pretty sure Shuzo picked it up. I don't remember seeing Chai pick it up, but
I'm not certain
there
if
was
you noticed that just now, so I'm going to point it out. Did you see the way that that balloon was facing when it stepped up to Shuzo?
I didn't know.
Up, but Shuzo was to its right. It was facing away from Ko.
Yeah, that does happen, absolutely. There's a glitch where you can make Ko moonwalk.
Programmer is asking in chat, where, pray tell, could we find a link to the VOD of that previous race?
The VOD itself would definitely be in the video on the SpeedGaming channel, but I can give you a link to our Discord. I think I still have that. There you go.
And there's that balloon earlier that was facing the other direction on Shuzo's end. He just found it because it used its lift-off ability, which is very high in MP.
I'm pretty sure that when they use it, it's cost all their MP. I don't think they end up having any after that.
They do have a little bit after that, but if they've done a bunch of walking around already, they'll pretty easily run out of MP.
Yeah. And it's pretty rare to use it as well.
Yeah, something we don't really consider too often in any percent because it doesn't come up very often is that monsters in the tower do have their own MP value. Ooh, that is a rough floor 6 start.
Oh yes.
Most of those monsters are in fact asleep.
And the interesting part is that Chai will have to tackle that as well in a few seconds. So
yeah.
But luckily, Monster stays asleep. Let Shuzo pick them off one by one, which is definitely good. Once you have a Scarlet one, you're gonna just two-shot them. So nothing too scary. Doesn't even get it, or just the one set. That's fine.
Yeah, that's just free XP.
Oh yeah. Well, they're not different.
RNG should work out the same for Chai, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we're using that AI one strat instead. Okay, a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it to avoid losing HP sometimes.
And he doesn't even go and get the XP, and I think that's still kind of clever because you don't know if they both wake up at the same time. It could be more of a problematic
situation. It's
situation.
a safer option, and it looks like Chai is just getting out of here. 4, 6, and 7 are really rough floors, especially for new players, because we've got a lot of water monsters here, especially very bulky, hard-hitting water monsters.
Yes, and even for more experienced runner, honestly, I hate 6 and if I'm low on resources, I would explore it, but I don't know, like, you have a Scarlet one, you have what you need, go, let's just move forward, I think.
Yeah. Floor 7 is my personal least favorite floor. Just because that's when we start seeing U-boats, isn't it? Or is that on floor 8?
7, 8, 9, yes, so 7.
9.
Yep. And yeah, all the floors with U-boats on them are absolutely scary, but yeah.
Oh yeah, they're terrifying. Alright, looks like we've got an egg over there on Chai. Floor 7 egg. There's a few things that could be. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, many of things. Honestly, the probably best thing you might be looking for is either Cyclone or Clown, depending on Chai playstyle, but it'll probably end up being either an Egg Bomb or some feeding for CUNY.
It's likely to be a Bloom.
Yes, well, Bloom is one of the choices, which I absolutely adore, but I know nobody else that likes Bloom, so I'll just keep all my excitement for myself.
I like the Bloom. I feel like he's an underrated guy.
Yeah, if you get to awaken his spell, it's fine.
Oh yeah, and he's got tons of HP for that for what he is.
Yes. Right.
I can't tell if Chai is looking for the elevator because I don't know if they've already found it or if they're just trying to go. All right.
Oh, I assumed it took the elevator from 6 to 7 as soon as I saw it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna stay here waiting on 7. Like 7 is worse. There's, like you said, U-boats. So as soon as you see that elevator, you get out.
So a little trick that these runners could be doing to optimize a little bit if they wanted to. Once you start understanding some of the static values of these monsters' HP and memorizing them, you know that you can hit that balloon with AI 3 with that mixture magic once, and then tell your familiar to stay and hit it once with just your wand and you'll kill it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really around that phase where runners start really understanding the game. So I'm hoping by the end of this tournament we'll see some players starting to get to that level. I think that could be a really interesting transformation.
Yes. Was that the same egg that we've seen on Shuzo's side? Probably, right? Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, alright.
Shuzo's explored most of the rooms here. We can see where he is in yeah, that was the same egg. Shuzo's already explored that room.
Steve says it might not be, and I start to think... I don't think it was in the same spot in the room. I think that's 2 different eggs.
You might be right.
I mean, they don't have the same name, but that's normal. The coloring, Skeef, is not something that's seeded, sadly.
It isn't? Okay.
No, even their Palumpa egg has got different name.
So Shuzo's using that blinder ball. He's gonna take that 1 hit still, but he'll be able to move away and not take any further hits.
Yes.
We'll pick up his Kyun. Yep. Okay. Ooh, that's rough.
Yep. Well, you can U-boat dance the U-boat behind you and go back, but I mean, other than that, that's gonna be a rough spot. Yes.
I would waste 1. Oh, okay. Well, the Manev is aggroed on him.
Oh, the Jukes here! Let's
really
go!
Some really clever movement.
Oh yeah, Shuzo showing off the Maniva Jukes.
We're getting quite a train here. Oh! Ooh.
Yep, that's starting to be scary a little bit. And Chai has bite off more. Okay, no, they actually crystalled out.
Yep.
And Shuzo keeps trucking. Can Shuzo actually leave 7 and strike the IS floor so far, is the question. I don't think he knows about U-boat dancing, or maybe he's just not comfortable enough trying it. I know Shuzo's... Oh, that's in his step. Yeah.
Oh!
I mean, he's got the HP to tank the hit, but that's still scary. And Kyun takes the hit as well, but then he's got his hands free. That's good.
So this is the point where I'd start looking at my inventory and seeing what items I have available to me. Or I suppose we can just keep running away and it'll handle itself.
Sure. There goes floor 7, floor 8. I don't think Chai has reached 8, so that's our floor, right?
Yes, this is our highest floor so far, and we're throwing out those eggs. Did we see what egg that was? I didn't catch it.
Yeah, exactly. I was on Shuzo's side as well. My bad.
Well, clearly it must not have been very good because he threw it away.
True. Oh, that was a Cyclone. The egg they threw was Palumpa.
Okay, I see.
Cyclone isn't too bad, honestly. I don't know if it's worth, but it's nice to see that you could give that half MP consumption to CUNY if you ever reach 12. I wouldn't say that's one of the items you would keep. Well, they don't have crazy inventory either. I don't know. And things starts looking scary on Shuzo's side again.
Yep.
Yeah, fire seems to be the way.
That I noticed this early on in the game is that a lot of runners who aren't very experienced yet will pick up CUNY and run away with them, and that can put you in a lot of really dangerous situations if you're not careful. Yes.
Generally, the rule of thumb for me is to only pick up CUNY when there is absolutely no other option, because once you have CUNY in your hand, you have to put it back down before being able to use many of the items or many of the strategies you want to do. Ooh. Not all of them. You can still use balls and stuff like that. But yeah, it gets a bit scarier. That's good.
That was some good AI movement from for Shuzo.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, mirror shield, that's good.
Yep.
I would just go ahead and equip that. Even if it's cursed, it's gonna be better.
Ah, no space.
Ooh. Uh-oh, wasting turns.
Oh, yeah, and that U-boat is just around the corner waiting for his chance.
Alright, use that medicinal herb, give you a little bit more wiggle room for when this U-boat walks in.
Yeah, I think he assumes that you want to scout both fruits and he'll have to fight, so he's just setting up so he can. Oh, not even scouting the fruits. Okay, so that was just to make space for the shield.
He is letting his CUNY take one real big beating. Be a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah, now that's scary. I was gonna say, like, CUNY will get a chance to regenerate if nothing else comes in, but yeah, now it's... Yeah, that CUNY is not long for this world in that specific situation. He'll be fine, but nope.
Yeah, no, because Shuzo let his CUNY take a beating from several monsters by this point. He just hasn't had a good chance to heal him up. Hopefully we'll find a restore scroll somewhere here soon. It looks like Czaj has made it back into the tower by now.
Right, and Czaj is blind. Alright, he's fine. I mean, floor 1 with a Scarlet one and a leveled up CUNY is not scary at all.
Yeah,
but
he's prepared to make a pretty good comeback here.
Yeah, but Blinder Ball is always PTSD-inducing. You're always going to be scared about.
Ooh.
I don't see anything.
Shuzo just took a huge risk there, unless he was counting HP, which he could have been.
Yes. So, Margotten, to explain everything, it's really simple. There is a floor counter on the top left of each player's. That's the floor they're on. The victory condition is going to be during 1 hour, which one can reach the highest floor. And in case of a tie, if they reach both the same floor, it's going to be who gets there first. So right now, Czaj highest floor count was 7. Shuzo is now on 9. So right now, Shuzo has the advantage, but there is still 37 minutes or so for both of them to actually get a better score and try to beat the other one.
Ooh, bad movement out of Shuzo.
Oh yeah, and again.
And that all for a wake-up herb.
And we have a raiding party coming from SpeedGaming 2. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, welcome, guys. We are currently doing the Azure Dreams Stars Tournament, where we've got some of our newer runners that have a over 60-minute time in the any percent category. And they are all racing against each other to see who can get furthest fastest.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Very simply put, I like that.
Alright, we found a lucky trap.
Let's go. Okay, and now it'll start being scary, yeah, because you're alone, and floor 10 is a good place to actually grind, but not. Oof, and that is it!
A bad reaction and a bad movement. That's all it takes.
Oh, yeah. this game go fast. If you go fast, it'll go fast. And yeah, this game's got danger in spades. It'll make sure to get you down. But that's nice. I mean, he's still in the lead. Floor 10 is really nice. 3-4 extra.
Prime condition to take that from him, though. And we've seen that he's not a bad runner. He won his last match.
They both did, actually. That's what makes this specific match really interesting. It's against two runners that actually won their matches earlier on. Yeah, I can see Chai absolutely get back higher than that, but he did exit on floor 7. Well, 7 is scary, but you get my point.
Yeah, I think exiting on 7 is perfectly fine. It's just giving him those good resources because Shuzo pushed past it, and now Shuzo doesn't have any resources to work with.
That's the scariest part. That Scarlet 1 was definitely a very nice resource to have, and now that's not part of the story anymore. Oh, Steel Shield on Chai's side as well. That is a very good set.
The
and
other
not
thing that Shuzo lost was that that +2 mirror shield. That's 5 defense shield that reflects all spells. That's really good walking into floor 10.
Oh, it was +2 as well. That's why they took so little damage. Oh yeah, okay. That's a big loss. But never win, never give up. Absolutely.
I play the randomizer a lot, so I winned out a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
This game can be brutal. Sometimes it's all about making out with what you can get. Alright. Are we going for that AI one? Nope, we're just telling him to stay. So he wanted to not move, but he also didn't want Kyun to move. Alright, we're not going straight for the elevator.
Absolutely zero wag. Mirror Shield is definitely one of the best. Early on, I'd say the best one is no question Diamond. And later on, I'd say that Leather Shield is the best. But honestly, in both situations, I'd say Mirror is the second best.
Yeah.
Both early and later on. Reflecting Spell is always nice.
If I find a Leather Shield, I'm always picking it up.
Yes.
It's my personal favorite.
Yeah, I even equip it early on, but most of the time I pay for it dearly, so the one defense was very, very bad. But later on, that one defense. And we have a Warp Trap on Chai's side.
He made himself a Warp Trap, and he did not change Kyun's AI.
Yes.
So if Kyun walks into any monsters, he's not going to be able to defend himself.
And the worst part is not only that, is the fact that he doesn't know where Kyun is anymore. Whereas he knew once he hit that Warp Trap. Since he's the one who teleported, he knows where CUNY was, right? But now CUNY's wandered off somewhere.
Looks like he's just going straight for the elevator, though.
Yes.
So he should be fine. It doesn't look like Kyun walked into any monsters.
And Shawnee says the best shield is not getting hit. Yes, absolutely, Shawnee. Thanks for the information.
I mean, if you look at Baldwin's time in the New Game Plus category, it's pretty good. That was his strategy. Just don't get hit by things.
That's a good shield. I agree. And AI1 take care of that flame is really easy.
Mm-hmm. Alright, looks like Shuzo's going in again. Is this a third entry?
It is a second entry, so they are on the same tower right now. Or are they? Is that a third entry?
I thought Shuzo already went back into the tower. I might be mistaken, though.
I think you're mistaken.
Around for a little while.
Yeah, no, Shuzo sticked into the tower for longer. If this is a third one, they never actually win. They only just died on 10. And will he taunt Ghost? No, absolutely not. I still think that's a safest idea, even though actually CUNY is not that weak right now. That would probably be feasible. I know Chai did beat Ghost, but yeah. You do get him in medicinal herbs, so that's not too bad. Honestly.
Yeah. We don't usually get to see Ghosh in any percent runs because Ghosh only ever spawns on floor 2 on the second entry of the tower and further.
Yeah, I actually saw him when I was playing second tower a lot, and because that's where you trigger second tower. But if you do that from new game, which generally cannot happen in the vanilla game, you happen
a rough position
Oh,
here.
geez. Oh, yeah. You should go down a floor. Like, that... His elevator went down, right? That should be a go down trap.
Oh no, it's just magic on you that makes everything look different.
Alright, alright.
Getting that... Oh, we're not picking up the wind... We are picking up the wind crystal.
This is the second tower. I remember this room with 2 crystal, fire, and wind. So yeah, this is the second.
Yeah. Maybe Shuzo just stuck around on floor 1 for a little bit.
Yes. I don't know if that's a thing on the GBA game. I know in the randomizer now we have that though. The go down, you can replace go up trap with go down traps, and that is scary.
In one of my recent streams, I let my viewers pick the seed for me, and guess what they turned on?
That and definitely real boss battle, I'm sure.
I am still salty about that. I've beaten him since then, but I'm still salty.
Yeah. So the nice thing is we know that yeah, the steel shield we saw, like all the resources we see on Chai's side now, Shuzo has a chance to get. So that's good. That steel shield is going to be really huge because I was starting to be scared that itemless Shuzo would not be long for this world. But honestly, that shield is very huge, so that's nice.
Yeah. Shuzo needs to find a weapon, a wand, a sword, pretty much anything to help increase that attack value and get him doing some damage.
Oh, I may have said GBA, but I meant GBC. Yeah. Sorry, Bagel Bear. That was definitely a mistake on my part if I'm the one who said that.
I constantly refer it to the GBA version.
Sorry.
Yeah. And I have no excuse. I just keep making the mistake. Alright, familiar bells, that's good. We keep running into those warp traps and getting separated from our Qn.
Yeah, the warp trap that actually happened earlier on Chai's side is later on Shuzo's side, so that might come in handy.
Alright, Shuzo deciding to fight that Cyclone instead of just going for the exit.
He might actually use the XP. Yeah, level up, nice, really nice.
Right,
so you can press an hold circle and triangle to skip turns very fast. And that's generally what runners will do on the elevator, just to get to recover a lot of HP before moving forward. And since he one-shots pretty much everything.
Chai tried to use the AI1 strategy there, but it worked a bit against him there because he forgot to change his Qn back to AI.
Tree, yeah.
Alright, Chai deciding to use that Shimuro seed on himself.
Good choice, you're the one that's gonna take all the hits, so...
Yep. Anytime that you come across a XxShuzoxx seed, a Mazar seed, a Shimuro seed, and you use it on Ko, those benefits are temporary though, so if he leaves the tower, he won't have those anymore.
Yes,
if
that
you
is
use it on Qn, it's permanent.
That is absolutely true. Re-entry does make it so these things become temporary for the only run, which I never thought about, but that's absolutely true. Which might actually convert some player into using it on Qn instead. Well, maybe not the exact, but maybe Shomuro, right?
Alright, so Chai is on floor 10 now. He is caught up to where Shuzo was, and he is standing next to the elevator. He can get out of here anytime he wants.
Yes. But will he?
It looks like maybe he's going to spend some time grinding.
Yeah, don't use a trap loop on the floor you're gonna leave, right? Or do you?
I don't.
Well, Simi does. He's grinding a bit. Okay, that's nice.
It looks like he is grinding.
Zero wag?
HP permanently. Yes, you can. Well, no, not permanently. For the duration of the run. However, a monster's HP can be increased permanently as well by feeding it a medicinal herb when you're at full HP.
Yes.
You will increase your max HP by 1.
And you can do that with your MP with a Pita Fruit, and most importantly, if you buy a medicinal herb in town, it doesn't work.
That doesn't work if you buy it in town.
Nope.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, you cannot just do runs with 4 medicinal herbs you bought at the shop and a crystal to increase.
Well, that changes the plan for my Palumpa run. You do get to increase the max MP with that free pita fruit that you get
Yes.
from Mom, though.
Yes.
Alright. Chai doing a little bit of inventory cleaning.
Yep.
A good method for not having to worry about this is a technique we call stutter stepping, where right when you're stepping onto an item, you press and hold B, and you won't pick up the item. And you can still see what the item is and not have it in your inventory. It's a fast way of helping keep your inventory clean so you don't have to spend all these turns, potentially in a bad situation, trying to pick up items.
Yep. Yeah, it's really quick, honestly. It's still faster to just pick up the item if it's something you end up wanting, but it's definitely faster to stutter step than to go into your inventory, pick it up, and drop it back down. So this is a good way to keep it, like, it's a good trade-off to make sure that your inventory always is as clean as it can be.
Alright, Chai's entering floor 12, and this is where we start seeing some really scary monsters
Yes.
for this run, specifically the Kraken. The Mule isn't too scary, but it's not the thing that I want to see most of the time. It is a fairly bulky water monster.
Mm-hmm. The scary thing about Nuyol is not their ability to kill you, even though they could. They're kind of weakish, honestly. The scary part is it's some kind of DPS check. If it gets below, I think, 25% HP or something like that, I think it's 15 or something like that, it'll start healing back up. And if you don't deal enough damage to go through that like section of health, it can heal up infinitely.
Yeah.
And
Well, not quite infinitely, but it lasts a long time.
Yeah, sure, maybe like 10 times before it ends up having no more MP. But I mean, you cannot stay there hitting it 15 times before it dies, right? That's just not something you can do. Especially since during that time, another one might come around the corner, or a Kraken, worse. So, yeah, you just don't want to let them start healing, and then you need to run away from them, and that's not necessarily better.
We're running away with that blue collar. Good, good. They do need to drop it and step on it. Yep, there we go. I was mistaken. Mules don't spawn until floor 13.
Yeah, next floor. It's Kraken time now.
Yep. Which is also the same floor that Dreamins disappear.
Yes.
They're just in a really bad position starting on floor 13 because it's only fire and water monsters.
Yeah. That's the time where you're actually, if you are to go water strat, that's where you would set up.
Yep.
But I don't know if it will because, yeah, still is holding on to that Scarlet one, which to me screams I'm not going to change elements unless I find a stream one. But I hope Shuzo will consider that as an option. Oh no, he doesn't have the Olympa Hag anymore, so he might actually not be able to.
He did find a C-Seed earlier, but he passed it up. And a C-Seed automatically lets you change the genus of the monster. Kind of just like that Wind Seed there. Oh, and he's picking up that Wind Seed. There's the really clever thing you can do where you can throw that at an enemy monster, say that Kraken behind you, and then suddenly it is a wind monster and you have elemental advantage on it, which makes it a lot easier to beat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And Zero Wag, you're right. Krakens are scary. They have all the stats. They're just really tanky and very powerful. And also, if you hit them with anything metal, you're going to take electric damage back, which is a percentage of the damage you dealt. So even when you're powerful, they're kind of scary. But yeah, Chai is in a predicament. That's not
Chai is over here looking for anything that's going to help him win this fight.
We're going to go with Confusion.
Running.
One good. Oh, that second one. Ouch. Okay, they're fine.
RNG is not working. Oh, okay, so that Kraken kept left.
Oh, 13 egg. That might be something really interesting.
That could be that could be a Griffin. Not
Garuda.
Garuda. That's the
oh
name
yeah.
I'm looking for. It is
actually, I would be excited with a Kraken as well, but I would be the only one.
It's a less than 10% chance, but it is there.
Oh yeah, I meant the Gersuda. Sorry, Wuga.
Gersuda.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that in the Azure Memes channel. Alright, this is where I would start hatching that egg, and it looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, one tile away from the elevator, you know that's what it's gonna be. Because you cannot hatch on the elevator, so. Alright. And he's not turning his camera while he's eating up, which scares me, but we can see the Kraken coming in.
Ooh,
which is fine.
in a rough room.
Oh yeah.
If he has a holy bell, this would be the time to use it.
Okay.
He decides, that Bloom decides to try to. Oh, he didn't get the hatch, did he? Yeah, no, he didn't.
No,
Bloom decides to try to brainwash Kyun, but Kyun has an immunity to that status condition.
Yes. Which is like the nicest bad status because the Bloom will still spend its turn doing that. And it's the best bad status until it's the worst. Until you don't realize it's not Cuny you have right now. And Shuzo again with the Maniva Juke. Let's go!
Yeah. Shuzo's playing a little bit fast and loose right now.
Oh, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it'll work out for him, but...
But if Maniva's coming in, though... Oh, there's another one. Okay, that's bad, actually.
Yeah, he needs to be real careful with his movement right now.
He can take the hit. He can take the hit.
He can take the hit, and really, that's his only option.
I think so, yeah.
So what he needs to do now is tell Kyun to move forward.
Or pick it up.
That can happen.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright, lights.
And he's good.
Yeah, he made it.
So will we get to see the continuation of the eating up the egg?
I would suspect so, yeah. Alright, Shuzo trying to get some HP back.
Oh, not too bad.
Alright, we're back to heating up that egg over there on Chai.
And I think you'll be fine, honestly, 80-something%. You get 1, 2, 3, or 4% every time. Every turn you pass eating up the egg.
Alright, that's extremely disappointing, but whatever.
That's definitely one of the worst monster ever.
Yeah.
Maybe... Yeah. Dream and Hype. There is no hype, Septic Tank. There is no hype. Oh, jeez. Okay, speaking of...
I like Dreamin'. There's some shenanigans you can pull off with them. It's a little bit niche, but they're there.
Yeah, if your goal is to die real fast, they're definitely really nice.
Yeah, the Dreamin' has a special ability called Hypnosis, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It doesn't work well. It eats up a lot of MP, and it doesn't last very long. But if it does go up and put an enemy to sleep, and under the right circumstances, you can use it at range. But it's like a really niche circumstance. The Dreamin' has to be at a higher elevation than the monster, and something has to be in a lower elevation below that monster right in front of it.
Ugh.
So it's really niche, but it's a neat trick if you can pull it off. I think that would be really hyped if anybody ever managed to pull that off.
True, but as Wooga says, I would definitely just use it for tile immunity. And call it a day. Sacrifice it to the gods of the tower, yep.
Or, in case you run out of a wind crystal, you can use that as Olim fodder and get out of the tower quick.
Yes. Or you can just throw it into the fire.
Chai is leaving that lave fruit behind. It's one of my favorite fruits, honestly.
Oh, low down, working on Shuzo. He's dropped down to level 6. Well, obviously goes back to 7 after the kill, but that's a full level he's never gonna see again.
Ooh, Chai found that pillar ball. That's really good.
Yep. Now, Chai is definitely building up quite a good inventory, but the nice thing is Shuzo is in the same tower, so he's gonna get all that stuff as well. So, yeah, it's always disheartening to see one runner just getting all the good stuff and knowing the other runner is just one tower ahead and never is gonna see all those nice things. But that's not true here. They're both in the same towers. That's nice.
So, we're about to see Chai enter into some of the worst floors in the game.
With CUNY? Nah, I wouldn't say.
Tickets are awful little monsters that go 2 turns for every 1 turn you get, and they get to steal your stuff. This is where I would use... Yeah, I would set Kyun onto AI1, kill this thing real fast. And then... Oh, we're just gonna use AI1 all the way, huh? I think I could probably use AI1 once and then hit it with that. I don't know, considering how many. Okay, so my thought was that you use AI1 once and then you switch back to AI3. But he didn't do that.
Yeah, we don't. We never do that because that gives a chance for it to steal your stuff. We always go full AI1 for them, so they never actually get a chance to.
I wonder what would happen if you killed the troll by throwing it at another troll, like that little troll there.
What would happen if you would kill it? Yeah, it would just die.
Who would get the XP for that? I wonder.
I don't remember.
Oh, we're getting some lucky elevator RNG here.
A good old train.
Assuming we don't spawn next to it, assuming we don't see it in the spin, this is where I would use that.
That's nice.
Need to. Yeah, he just got a free pass through some of the worst floors in the game, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, and we are in Viper Town, so this is where the tower just rolls up their sleeves and says, "Okay, enough child's play. Let's do this."
Yeah, this is where the real sharp turn towards the difficult.
Yeah.
I would probably try to get the kill on that wee dog.
Yes. I don't think he can, but I would try it at least.
I don't think the turns are going to work out for him, but I would still try. It's going to take him 3 hits to kill it.
Yeah.
And that Arachne is going for the other exits, so he can definitely chase down that wee dog and go ahead and kill it.
Yes.
He's going to take a hit doing so, but I think it'll be worth it.
Anyway, he doesn't get, like, he could go into the corner upright for where he is right now, so that probably the wee dog would run away. Yep, yeah, with the elevation, that's a kill. Let's go.
That's what I would do because he's got that Viper coming.
Yep, Viper's gonna be scary.
No need to spend any resources on it. Okay. Those Vipers have, I believe, 60-some hit points.
Yes.
Yeah, they're tough, especially if you have a fire monster.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Is they're not only tough, they are water as well. So they have advantage against all the damaging balls and your Cunie's flame sword.
Yeah, I personally would have maybe hit it just the once with that fireball and saved that fireball for when we hit floor 25 and we need to catch up on levels because all the monsters on floor 25 are wind.
Mm-hmm. And that elevator chain definitely left them kind of on the weak side.
But he does have that pillar ball, so I think it'll be fine. Alright, we've got Shuzo on floor 12. Let's hope he finds that blue collar so that he can start doing some fusions. Because he does have that cyclone egg.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't. He lost that, didn't he?
Was that on the first climb? Yeah, he died, so...
Is looking like things are getting tight for him on time. He's got to climb 8 more floors, and Chai is still going strong.
Yes, so something would need to happen to Chai first, but luckily, like that good elevator chain that made the difference in their floor count so high now is going to happen on Shuzo's side as well. So we know there's that, so I wouldn't be too scared.
Blue collar. And he picked up the blue collar. Did he put it into his bag instead of using it?
Yeah. So that doesn't work.
Are you using that ice rock ball? Ice rock balls are a really underrated item.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, that.
Yeah, it's really powerful, honestly.
I've heard that fire monsters have a higher aggro on the ice rock balls, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Never heard that one before, but that might be true.
There are so many myths surrounding this game. Sam talked about it in no, it was Shawnee talking about it in one of the other games, in one of the other streams. Things like Guy's sword causing monsters to turn into eggs. Putting items into the safe increases the spawn rate for them.
Yeah.
Those aren't true. Just so we're clear.
And Chai is in a pretty bad predicament. Obviously got a lot of resources to spend, but that's already 2 sleep ball charges on just 1 enemy, so never good. So also not going to Viper.
I would toss him, And then, wow, that sleep ball lasted a good long while.
Yep.
Alright, Shuzo making use of that high ground now. He wasn't doing that at the beginning of this match. Now he is, so I like to see that improvement.
That's the thing I like the most about this tournament, is specifically seeing match for match improvement. Like, it's not 2 weeks after. It's like they make mistakes, but they change it right now, and that's what I really appreciate. Is you can definitely see that the runners is getting experience and incorporating that in real time in their play style. And it's not an easy thing to do because there's the pressure of the match, knowing your opponent might be trucking along faster than you are, and to change your own play style while playing. Oh, okay, they're really gonna lock themselves out there. And just, okay, go back. Alright, makes sense. There is a crossroad going south, not too far, so they can go around.
Yeah. I think the in-match improvements are the most impressive because this is players realizing their mistakes mid-run and correcting them. It shows that they're really thinking about what they're doing. They're really playing at their best.
Yeah, some speedrun are really interesting because you get to learn it by heart and you can see how crazy muscle memory can become.
Yeah,
but Azure Dream is not. Yeah, but Azure Dream cannot be a game you get to autopilot or to learn to just let your buddy do it, right? That's not something. You always need to be in overdrive mode and having your brain just work things out. Every situation is different. Obviously, that's not only Azure Dream. Any roguelike game would do that to you, but I mean, yeah, this game is a special one in that sense.
Yeah. There are some speedruns that you can play blind, not being able to see the game at all. This isn't one of them. Ooh,
yeah, exactly.
In a rough position here. Is he going to use that flame ball?
Yeah, I would assume.
Or is he going to use that holy bell? I would use the flame ball.
Malicious? Oh, Gambly? No?
He's not going to go for the pickup, is he?
I think he's going to...
there, buddy? Alright, he's just going to run.
That's fine, that's fine.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Yes. I see we have another Mizzou game fan here.
What?
No? Alright.
Yo, that's just an expression, my guy.
I know, but if you've played any of the Mizzou game, discretion is the better part of valor. You hear that like 70 times an hour. That's just crazy. They always say that.
What is Shuzo doing over here? Alright, so we just saw a really...
Oh, the jukes again! Let's go!
So what happened there is when your familiar is next to an AI monster, and you step away from it in a way that moves Ko away from it, and also moves your AI, your familiar away from the AI monster, it will consume that AI monster's turn. I'm not certain what it... Ooh! Chai, you gotta be careful there.
Oh yeah.
I'm noticing both runners getting... I don't know if they're getting desperate, if they're getting greedy for time loss, but or time save, but they keep going really fast where they should maybe not be, and they keep taking hits for it.
And lost CUNY to a bad aggro. The Ice Rock has increased aggro, but it's not 100%, and the New Yell decides it wants some blood, and sadly CUNY takes a hit.
Yep. Which I think is probably gonna seal Shuzo's fate for this round.
It's gonna be... Well, you say that, and that might absolutely be true, but you do play faster when you don't have a pet.
Yeah, you do. He's making good use of those balls.
Yes. And the elevator train start next floor, so that also might help a bit.
I wouldn't take the time to bother with that, Shuzo. You don't have time for this. So, we're watching Chai fighting off some blocks, and blocks are a really scary monster. Because they have a spell that they can use that just paralyzes you.
Yeah, and they are also super tanky. You either have something fire to kill them, or you will never get past them.
Now, if I were Chai, this is the floor that I would use to grind out some levels because every monster on this floor is wind, so you have a good matchup against them. And starting on floor 26, you start seeing some pretty tough water monsters like Snowman and Mandaras.
Oh yeah.
And then
So could we call that combo the Snowmandaras?
What? I can't believe I didn't catch that sooner. I appreciate it, Sand Knight. I know nobody else makes a good joke, but I love it.
It's the first time I do commentary with someone that actually appreciates puns, or at least mine.
I am unapologetically in love with puns.
Yes! Same. Oh, and actually Shuzo is still alive, even though that was a very rough situation, let's be honest.
In a really rough room. I think, is this the furthest we've seen anyone get in the Stars Tournament yet?
No, the highest has been 37.
37?
By Chai, yeah.
By Chai. So Chai is a pretty good runner. Do we know what Shuzo's PB is?
I don't remember, sadly. I know that yesterday, Dreamy got to 35, which is the second highest. But that's the two I remember, yeah.
Even on second entry, getting to floor 37 is rough.
Oh yeah.
Like, I would like to think that I'm pretty good at this game. I can't do that consistently.
Oh, for sure. That's not an easy thing to do. And he's not going back, so I guess he's gonna take 2 Mandaras?
Well, Mandaras do have pretty low HP for a monster of their level.
But...
they
hard.
5 HP, by the way. Just...
Hey, Gene Freak, I can do tutorial floor consistently, okay?
Can you do anything consistently in this game? I can do High Kid pretty consistently.
Yeah. I die consistently as well.
Oh yeah, I'm really good at losing.
Practice a lot. Honestly, I think I'm getting quite good.
I don't think any of these things that we're mentioning, though, Sand Knight, I don't think any of them count. Ooh, okay, we're not being careful enough checking those item spawns because starting here on floor 20,
oh, Shuzo is changing floor while affected by a slow trap. Oh,
Yikes.
that is scary.
That is ballsy.
Oh yeah. And he's doing it again!
He's doing it again!
Alright, Shuzo.
No fear.
Yeah, but it's 57-minute in. I mean,
And the
you
worst
go.
part is we know what's coming.
Yeah. That's
whole
it, but I mean, had to try it. Nice rock, alright. I can respect that.
Don't do it, don't do it! No!
That's it. Bam!
Right. Yeah, that's it.
That'll definitely be match 1. Alright.
I want to see just how high Chai here can get.
Yeah, sure. Let's leave the 2-minute going. I'm gonna set up.
Let's get that holy bell. What did you just say, Sand Knight?
Oh, I said yeah. We can let the 2-minute go. That's not long.
It's like we're trying to save a little bit of HP. And kind of the thing here is neither runner really knows where the other is, so Chai might think that Shuzo is right on his tail. Shuzo's dancing on the plant. Looks like we're making it to 30. I want to see if we... Oh! Alright, I didn't know you could get up there, Shuzo. Showing me something. One thing I have not learned very much is how to style on my opponents like that.
Aha! Do you know of the U-bolt glitch then?
I know of it, I've never been able to accomplish it.
It's not too hard.
One of you guys tried to explain it to me one rando Sunday and I didn't get it.
Alright, we'll give them a chance to just set up for our next match. They'll take a few seconds.
So, I'm kind of a silly boy. For a long time, I thought that Killer was a wind-type monster.
Probably because of the greenish color, I assume.
I imagine that has to be it. As
Yeah.
a kid, I thought it was the evolved form of clown.
Oh, all right.
We got Shuzo practicing his glitched entry. Landing on that pita is difficult, which is why I
Yes.
don't do it. But I don't run any percent.
No, it's not when the hex rates fire.
Yeah,
I think you have a friend here.
you know what, Hex Street? I appreciate it, thank you.
All right, they're going to be setting up for second seed real quick, and yeah, I'm gonna just. I should probably add point here, so Chai
add that
gets
point.
first point. Mind blown.
Types are easy to see on GBC. I've never played the GBC game. I want to. I'll probably start it after I finish the ridiculous nonsense that I'm trying with my challenge runs. But I've got 3 challenge runs to get through, so that could be like, who knows how long.
Yep. All right, timers are reset.
Baldwin made the monster spreadsheet, unless I'm thinking of a different thing.
Yes, the monster spreadsheet should be from Baldwin's.
Monster Compendium, which is a
Yes.
very useful tool. I showed that to Autumn, and it just completely blew her mind.
It's a very nice tool to have.
Which I think we'll see some pretty good improvement out of Autumn before her next match. Just just a thought.
All right, they're setting up for second seed, 1435. We have on right. Yep, same seed on both sides. Just gonna tell them. Excellent.
It's amazing how almost every good runner is missing some common knowledge. Yes, that's because this game doesn't tell you anything. This game does not tell you a single thing.
Yeah, we've had a runner that actually, well, first of all, let's say how impressed and how cool that is that Skateman is one of the runner that is in the tournament right now, and he actually never played Azure Dream before saying yes to joining the tournament. Not never tried the speedrun. No. He never played the game.
I tried to get Alex to join.
That would have been cool as well. Point is, we did some practice and he got really good, and I'm sure he's going to be a very interesting contender. But point is, there's some very basic stuff in the game that I assume would make a lot of sense, and it didn't. And that's absolutely on me, no fault of his. But he ended up having an MP-less monsters, and it does the animation from CUNY being asleep, but with a blue glow. And that's how you know your monster doesn't have any more MP. But he didn't, and he tried to wake him up, and that was so nice. That was so cool to see that on stream. But yeah, now he knows that's not gonna happen again. But it's cool to see those kinds of things. So yeah, everybody is ready. I'm gonna do the countdown real quick, and I'll be back in a second.
All right. To kind of build off of what Sand Knight just said, kind of my own thoughts. I watched a video commentary documentary thing on video games actually, and the things that we take for granted as being obvious, if you take somebody that doesn't play video games and throw them into some of these scenarios, like pick any, what's a good one that I remember?
Yeah, I watched the same video. That's a very interesting take on it, honestly.
Oh, you have? Yeah.
Yes. I remember the
So many
player... Yeah.
We as gamers find intuitive. If you take somebody that doesn't have that extended gaming background and put them into it, it's suddenly not quite so intuitive.
Yes. They take for granted that the skills we acquired playing many games before that are things we know, and most of the time it's true. But then again, if you take someone that never played before, yeah, that's true. I remember one specific case where they had to... Their objective was destroy a console, and you just go into near the console and use like the interact button, and your character just crush that console's up, and that's done. But the player tried to roll an explosive barrel close to it and then shoot the explosive barrel, and they didn't understand why the console was not exploding, and didn't try to just get close to the thing, just try to shoot at it, shoot explosive barrels, and actually that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that made way more sense than the solution that the game actually handed you.
And never would you have looked for that for a long time. You would have said, oh, interact nice, let's go.
I never would have even considered it.
Yeah, true. Anyway, second race, let's go. Shuzo and Chai going at it again. This is a best of 3, so if Chai wins this one, this is going to be 1 point for him. If Shuzo actually wins this one, we're going to get to see a third match. So obviously, I don't want to take any sides here, but go Shuzo. I want to see a third match.
I want to see Shuzo win this match just for the more tense and dramatic round 3.
True. Because sometimes we do get what we call a friendly third, which is just a third match you get to play just for fun. But again, Chai with the...
Yep, those good tutorial skips.
Yep.
Looks like they ended up wasting a little bit of time with it.
Yeah, I think one improvement on it, Chai could actually just step on the medicinal herb instead of just dropping the sword.
Yeah, and picking up the inventory. Yeah.
And picking up from the ad feed, yeah. So it becomes at end, but you can still pick up what's at your feet, so yeah. Did you know that these two skips, like the sword one and the egg one, is actually one I discovered by accident?
I did not.
Yes. That's my only contribution to this game.
It was your video that taught me how to do it.
Yes.
After I got my first world record, I mentioned how it was so cool that I was beating the time of the people that taught me how to play the game.
Yes. That was also true for me when I've beaten the Darces this time. That felt so great, honestly. And that's how you know a community is growing, is when people you teach actually kicks your ass. That's what I like.
Yeah. I'm waiting. Autumn said that after this she wants to take the New Game Plus grounded world record. I'm like,
let's go.
I'm like, ooh, a challenge has been issued. And then I took like 2 minutes off my personal best the next day.
Very stiff-like. Yeah, sure, why not? Sits are nice.
Yeah, like first run of the day. Just whatever.
So a life shield on Chai's side, so obviously Shuzo is gonna get it as well. Oh, it's cursed? Will Chai fall for the curse as well?
I personally never equip a live shield.
I would, it's fine. I know you don't get the XP if it kills, but that's fine.
Also, I don't like it when a Maneva hits me and then suddenly there's 2 Manevas. And then I hit the Maneva and then there's 3 and then it hits me again and now there's 4.
Oh, thank you, Shifty Sauce. This is so nice, honestly. I appreciate the comment. Thank you. I try my best, but so are all the other commentator. Except Cluder, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm not even trying.
But yeah, Chai didn't fall for the...
friend.
Sorry, what?
I said, Shifty, you're supposed to be my friend.
And we have a warp trap on Shuzo's side, so Shuzo is hit with all the bad luck, while Chai is pretty good.
Did not switch the AI over to 1 or 4 so that Kyun can defend itself.
Yes.
We might be in a bad kind of way.
And a poison trap!
My goodness, man.
Oh, I know someone. I know someone who didn't make their sacrifice to the tower before the match. Wow. Okay.
That's the wrong one.
Honestly, having a curse on a life shield is not bad. 4 defense is still really, really good. The problem is, we discovered recently that being cursed reduces your accuracy. So accuracy is like a stat that goes up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. You have a high peak, a low peak, and it's always somewhere in between those two. And having a curse status will make that curve be lower. So your highest peak is lower and your lowest peak is lower as well. And the sad part is you can find Decurse Scroll that removes the curse from yourself. And now you can equip another weapon. But even if you do, you are still cursed. And it's written nowhere. We discovered that through looking at the game's code. And so your accuracy keeps being reduced until you actually leave the tower. And that's why You never want to be cursed, even though you might have got a very good item that stays relevant even when you're cursed. It's the reduced inaccuracy that's actually really scary.
And knowing that brings a whole lot more value to the truth lens. Ooh, that's a bad misinput from Shuzo.
Oh yeah, Lupo, welcome to the chat. And yes, this is the first match of second week, so everybody has had the chance to actually play their first match and is now on the scoreboard somewhere. And so this is the first match of week 2, and czaj and Shuzo both have won their first matches. So that's nice to see who's gonna get ahead this time.
Right now, they are staying neck and neck.
Steve, I'm pretty sure you're right. I think Ural removes the status. I would need to...
yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does, right? Alright.
Can confirm.
Alright, but Ural is so rare anyway, that's the problem.
I need to get one for the New Game Plus file that I made. Ooh,
Yeah.
Prison Traps. Prison Traps are my least favorite.
They're terrible. It's
Not-
the ender of many rounds, but my worst is by absolutely no question the frog trap. Because then CUNY becomes stupid and you always lose CUNY to frog trap. Warp would be one of the worst, and slow probably my top 3.
I think paralysis, sleep, frog.
Yeah, frog is terrifying.
As bad as frog is, you usually only lose Kyun out of that. Paralysis and sleep, that can just completely take the run away from you.
Yes, but every time you get hit, you have a 50% chance to wake up or unparalyze, where it's not true for frog.
Oh, okay, so floor 5, we're spawning right next to that wand. Hopefully that's not cursed too.
Well, at this point, you cannot be double cursed. I mean, you can be double cursed as in you cannot unequip the one, but you won't get worse accuracy than you already have, so I would not even ask myself a question.
Yeah.
I'm already cursed, equip that one. I'll be stuck with it. That's fine. And CUNY takes 16 point of damage from that.
Man's pulling a Shawnee, beating up his Kyun.
Yep. Yeah, Poulet, it's true that that the warp trap is definitely scary. In terms of leaving you alone and knowing that CUNY might die, yeah, you just feel helpless. That's true.
I think prison traps have ended more runs for me than any other.
I think that's the only point. Is actually I think most of the time I never die from sleep or paralysis.
I only ever hit a prison trap when I really, really don't want to.
Yeah, I've died to it once or twice, but most of the time I wake up. Sometimes in a very bad situation, like, granted, but yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, we found ourselves another wand. A Scarlet Wand.
Wow! Let's go! And that's interesting, because if that wooden one is cursed, and czaj equips it, you won't get that Scarlet one. And the wooden one is at the starting room, so... you won't go around it, that's just in the room you start. You're gonna scout that.
And we don't have any truth lenses to scout out that wand, so...
Nope.
Could be really interesting to see how this goes.
Oh yes.
czaj does seem to be struggling a little bit back there on floor 4.
Yes, that's absolutely true. I don't know why you don't always wake up from being physically attacked in this game, because I guess that if I was asleep and I was being munched by a submarine with metal teeth, I assume I would wake up?
Think about it like anesthetic. I mean, you know, how often do you get put under and then just not wake up while you've got a doctor, like, ripping open your chest cavity? I think it's legit.
Well, I hope it doesn't happen too often, because I don't remember it being happening too much. But the times I do remember, I hope that was not too bad.
I mean, I would hope you wouldn't wake up.
True.
Shuzo was finding all of those balloons that run away from him.
Yep.
I used to really like balloons, and then I started speedrunning.
Yes, and now it's terrible, yeah.
Oh, did we see if that wand was cursed or not from czaj?
I didn't check, so... And yeah, the noise is coming from The audio is coming from Shuzo's side, so I didn't hear anything, but that doesn't mean anything. It's not cursed, so that's good.
Sleep Ball uses Morpheus to put you to sleep. And morphine.
Best on stream, let's go? You mean when I say let's go? I say that all the time.
Alright, Shuzo just used a trap scroll, and what that does is it reactivates all the traps and makes them invisible again.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I guess.
There's
not to.
There's a lot of reason to use that, actually, more than you would think. If you have used a trap loop or just walk into a trap, you can reactivate it. So you can deactivate it again and receive experience for it again. That would probably only be useful early on. You can use it to reactivate a trap and let a monster walk on it. Not necessarily the greatest thing ever, but I mean, that's not bad. And obviously the real reason I think it's in the game is in the second tower. You don't know what items do before you use them. They are unidentified. And I assume this is the main reason why a trap scroll exists.
Yeah. In the seed that Axar made for me, the one with all the traps on it, I found the trap scroll to be really useful because I knew where all the traps were, and I could, if I had a monster chasing me, I could usually just lead them into a trap and reactivate.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I've ever seen any use out of it. Shuzo, my man, you see that you're a little bit too far there, buddy. Keep going, man. You got no other choice. Oh,
what are you talking about, Gene Freak? There is absolutely no curling world record ever. That never happened. I would know about it, right?
I think you have it.
I have what? The
curling world record.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So, changing subject real quick. So, you died?
I might actually have you beat. I don't know.
I don't think so.
It depends on how far you went. We need some metric by which to measure.
39 squares.
I might have you beat.
Really?
I might.
Yeah, the curling world record is 39 squares. So there is an enemy later in the game called a glacier. And a glacier, what it does is it creates a block of ice and then kicks that block of ice. And once it hits you, it doesn't deal damage right away. It actually pushes you up to the next wall. And once you hit that wall, everything explodes and you lose some health. And I happen to be on a one-room floor. So the whole floor is just one giant room. And I was going to step on the elevator, but just one turn before, that out-of-sight glaciers kicks that ice rock and makes me go 39 squares to the east until I hit the wall, and I never get back to that elevator and died there.
So it looks like Shuzo has backed out of the tower. I would sell that live shield. There's no reason to keep it.
I don't know if it was beautiful, but that was definitely a thing. I guess if you like laughing at other people's misfortune, that was definitely a thing.
It doesn't look like I have it clipped, Sand Knight, so I guess you do have the world record.
Yes! I'll take it. I mean, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I had a glacier yeet me and my Haikun all the way.
No vid, no did. Yeah, we got that. I think the maximum you could be pushed is like 46 or something, but you'd need a flat scroll to flatten the walls on each side. But yeah, that could be a thing.
Man, I'm about to start grinding. Oh, good AI manipulation out of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's nice because we don't see Maneva juking often, and we saw it being done by both runners this time. So that's really nice. Like, they both know about Maneva juking, and what is this? There's so many enemies on Chai's side. What the hell? Leave him alone, guys!
Dude.
He's trying to go fast! Okay, deciding to go with the balloon fight. I think that's a good play here. Yeah, I think that's what you need to do. That Maneva's coming your way, though. Yeah, only the Maneva's gonna turn for him. The other one is just gonna go through. But he can just move away. Yeah, he'll be fine. Oh no, even the Maneva just is going. Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, what category do you have to beat the Oh, hey, that's an egg. What can that be on floor 6? That could be a cyclone or a clown. That could be good.
Yep, absolutely. Clown would probably be the only one I think is really relevant. I also spoke with Chai about using Clown Fuse into CUNY. He didn't think it was that good, and then I explained to him exactly how I would use it, and he was like, "Oh, actually, I think it's good."
Yeah, no,
And-
Clown Fusion is really good. That
Yeah,
mix
yeah.
magic is stupid.
It's especially good because I think sometimes it lacks a little bit of power, but Flame Sword, the main CUNY's mixed magic spell, is actually really powerful. So if you fuse that into CUNY, you get both the power of Flame Sword and the range of Lowdown. So yeah.
Did you get a chance to check out my Griffin with the low down mixed magic? Or law down?
I didn't, but sure.
It was doing some dumb numbers. We're
Yes,
talking
yes.
up there at like 70.
Yeah. But that's absolutely true, Gene Freak. The real thing you'd want to see from an egg this early is a U-boat. Absolutely no question here. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Why a U-boat?
Oh, U-boat, you can use its ability to have the same effect as a Star Glass is.
Yeah, but it's so limited, and we're not guaranteed to find any Leolams. I suppose if you keep
Oh,
a
you
stock
don't
with
need-
enough herbs.
You don't need to have a stock of herbs. Every time you find one, you feed it, and then you get a free Star Glasses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have enough herbs, you can feed it.
Sure, but you need only one herb per.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But eventually, you're gonna run out of MP. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're always gonna find some more herbs or fruits or seed. Like
Okay.
everything
We're
gives you
on the
enough
same page. We're on the same page. We'll just leave it at that.
Look at some run using U-boats, and you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
Yeah, I got to hang on, does the Leolim fruit, if you feed it a Leolim fruit and then put it back in the bag, does that stay like other status effects do?
Yes.
Oh, a Roche fruit on floor 3 of the
Do
second
we
tower.
have a Roche fruit?
Dude.
Third floor, let's go! Alright, okay, this is a run now.
Yeah, this could be, if he can make it up to, what is it, floor 14?
14 for your first, it's the second run in a row. Like yesterday I had a Rush Fruit as well. What's happening here? I'm gonna have to start making seeds again. Oh,
No.
if he dies to that, okay, no. That would have been so bad, but also a bit funny.
Dude, no, don't go for the green.
Jesus, what is these seeds? I'm gonna have to start making seeds again. These seeds are too good.
Got that nice Tumna.
Alright. Yeah, tuna is great, honestly. Probably my favorite fruit,
Uzo,
except Roche.
Uzo, please, use the medicinal herb.
Do we have a medicinal herb?
Yes, he does. He just picked it up.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that part. I was watching Chai.
I'm dying here.
If there's a bomb trap and he loses... Okay, no, he knows where the traps are.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
that's fine.
used a trap loop, fortunately. Alright, he leveled up. That gave him a little bit more HP, so he won't die in one hit. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Thank you.
Alright, and Scarlet 1 is going to be good early on, honestly. Being shieldless is scary and all, honestly. But having the Scarlet 1, you can manipulate, like use AI 1 and stuff like that, to make sure you never or almost never get hits anyway, so... Yeah, well, that's what I said, almost.
So let me teach you a trick here. Rotate your camera 90 degrees to look in the direction you're going.
Never rotate, never wins, never surrender. Is that what it is?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, watching some of these people when you've helped teach them how to play the game, it can be a little bit painful. Like no, it's not what I told you.
Nah, I disagree. I really like seeing how they pick up on some of the things you say and try to fill the blanks of what they don't remember, or maybe they just decide that they know better. And sometimes it's actually kind of clever.
Yeah.
I think for somebody to actually integrate new knowledge, there needs to be two things. A, they needs to have the information, and B, it needs to know why they want to learn that. And when you teach, sometimes they just don't realize why it's good, and they just don't care, right? And then they die to something like 2 weeks after, and they're like, oh, that's what he was talking about. I like this moment.
Yeah, you can't just say something like, yeah, always use AI 1, because no.
But I mean, we don't...
I actually learned AI 1 by watching the then world record for New Game Plus Grounded by Shawnee, where I watched him do some nonsense with that Arachne.
And it's crazy because AI 1 was already really interesting, but when we started this community, we didn't know about AI 1. Shawnee was using AI 1 to get the first hit, but only one. The Darcis was using Mixed Magic a lot because he figured out how powerful it was. And I was using command, like R2 triangle, to do the equivalent of AI 1, but you needed to guess where the monster was going to end up. And we actually all three talked together, and we realized, wait. If we use what Shawnee does, and what Send Knight does, but worse, and we add the fact that instead of adding just an attack at the end, instead we add Mixed Magic to the thing. And, you know, we all add a third of the piece of the puzzle, and then it became like the whole AI 1 track, and then we realized, wow, that's actually kind of good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Shuzo, I know I just said I like to see how players, like, test new things. That's an Earth Shield, and I disagree completely.
Yeah,
this is no. This is the only no. And I really hope it works out for him, but yeah.
I don't mess with any of the elemental shields unless I know that they're not cursed.
Sure. I really like the Ice Shield, honestly. There's not enough wind monsters that are scary, and you might have pillar balls anyway to get them. But the other two, especially Earth.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of fire monsters that will mess you up.
Yes. And not just the fire monster, well, obviously the fire monsters, but like Bomb Trap as well, and like fire monsters with range spell is the scariest. Like Arise right now. Well,
yeah, Arise would just kill him.
Oh yeah, that would deal like 50-something damage.
Even at level. Ice Shield is my favorite shield in any percent.
I change it for a Steel +2. Much better. Much better. Yes, let's go.
Yeah, way better. Look at how little damage that did.
Yeah, absolutely. Steel is already really good. Steel +2 is just genius.
Do the normal attacks extra damage or just the spells? The normal attacks will also do extra damage, yes. So if you have a water shield, wind monsters will do more damage to you, and fire monsters will do less. Yep, I like how Shuzo's using that stutter stepping now, because we were talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he used that Cure-All Herb on Yoon. Not
just for the MP. Well, you know.
I like
if you don't intend to, yeah, that's the only herb I would keep, except maybe medicinal. But if you don't intend to have any stat restoring herb, sure, give it to CUNY, get some MP. That's nice.
Yeah, I would hang on to it until at least you're past the Viper stages, because losing attack power to the Vipers can make the run way more difficult. Yeah, Skeep does bring up a good point. That U-boat or that Earth Shield will help for U-boats and Krakens, especially the Krakens.
Yes. If you want to shield juggle, absolutely have one elemental shield of each. But if you have an Earth Shield that's not cursed, it's because you have equipped it and know it's not cursed. And I would never have done that, or maybe use this a True Dasses. But again, I would not have used that on a Earth Shield. But now that you have it, yeah, sure, absolutely use it with shield juggling, no question. Not all of them Ghost Wizards, but a lot of them have. Like, you have normal defensive shields, like Iron, copper, wooden, they don't do anything special. They just have more defense or less than the others. Or steel is that as well. Diamond cannot rust on top of their high defense. Mirror can reflect spells. Leather gives you increased dodge chance. And there's one elemental shield of each element. They make you become elemental aligned when you take damage. So Ice Shield would make you more resistant to wind. Less resistant to wind and more resistant to fire.
So, Chai just found a floor 11 egg. That could be a Garuda.
That could. That absolutely could.
So if I were him, I would be hatching that as soon as possible.
And the mayor of Vipertown has agreed with me, so I think I'm right. I gotta be right. I mean, mayor.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we're on floor 12 now. Hopefully we'll be going for that blue collar so that we can get that egg hatched. I know you don't have to wait until then to hatch the egg, but it does help.
Yeah, exactly. I guess you just want to hatch it as soon as you're going to have time.
Well,
maybe they will decide not to either. I mean, if I won first round, I think I would try it on second. That could really be huge, but I mean, it's still time you lose for what? I think you have around about 6% chance for it to be Garuda. That's kind of low. 9, yeah. Like, there's much more chance it's bad than it to be good. So if I was feeling behind, I would not do it. But I think it's pretty safe to say they won first round. They might try to gamble it, right?
I am very much a fortune favors the bold kind of guy.
Yeah,
I also go for pickups to speed things up, that kind of thing. I will always take the chance. So I would definitely go for it myself.
Yeah, if you've ever seen me or Poulet run, we're definitely more on the aggressive side, always trying to pick up monsters and see where it goes. But we also lose explosively, so that's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I lose more than I win.
We all do.
Let's just say if Shawnee's thing is throwing his Kyun away and having Kyun throw him away to die, mine is probably killing my familiar. Because I do high kid, which means sometimes I just delete my monster.
Yes.
Oops.
Oh, Shuzo is gonna take quite a beating here. And I think that since you have that eye and that strong of a shield, okay, yeah, Tuna Fruit, not taking any chances, I agree with that completely. That steel shield is gonna protect you a lot, so that's not as scary. But you don't want to get hit by both of them, that's not a good idea.
Chai, you were taking
yeah,
risk.
yeah.
Use an item, use something. I wouldn't
Okay,
use that item, but okay.
That's not too bad.
It just wouldn't have been my first choice. Although I suppose we are getting to the point now where that medicinal herb is becoming less and less useful, so I guess it's not a terrible choice.
Yeah. So Skeef is actually mentioning a glitch we know where if you tuna your held Cuny, you become invincible as long as you stay on the tile. That happened. That could be an interesting strategy to have a tuna capped 4.
So
I haven't seen
those
that.
eggs, the sky blue eggs, so that means that they're both the same egg, doesn't it?
It shouldn't. It should be randomized. It might have randomized it, but and we have a restore scroll. Wow.
Yeah.
But
good.
yeah, it should not necessarily be related at all.
And he didn't waste any time hatching that egg, so that's good.
Ghost Wizard, I'd say one of the biggest strengths of this game is that monsters aren't just stronger per number level. Like you don't just get, oh, this monster is stronger because it's got more strength. I'd say more than 50% of the monsters in the tower have a special weird ability that makes them hard for other reasons. Like Manivas can become an item and then you walk and it untransform and attack you. U-boat goes under the ground. Volcano poop rocks. Dreamin' can just go and die alone. Every monster's got a little something. And yeah, if we talk about the eggs themselves, you get to find them on every floor. On every floor, there might be eggs, and they are arranged in some sort of like first 5 floors could be these ones, 6 to 10 could be these ones, and it's generally around about where you find the monster itself. So it might be true that you would get like an egg on floor 12 where there's no Garuda. You could still find a Garuda; it's part of that block, but yeah.
And you can find most monsters within 2 blocks at a higher and lower frequency.
Yeah, it's not exactly the rule, but yes, that's roughly a good way to see that.
Then you try to find your barong egg for 12 hours and you get real sad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the lowest chance to get egg on that specific block. It's like 4% or something.
It's
really
the
low.
lowest chance to get out of any egg.
Probably, yeah. Feels like it anyway.
I'm looking at the numbers.
Ooh, Rise? CUNY survives, but oof.
Big damage.
Oh yeah.
This match is a lot closer than the last one was.
Absolutely.
We can see Shuzo's improvements from where he started at the beginning of this. Just a lot of little things that are saving him some time.
Yes.
And earlier I was talking about how you can throw a wind seed at a monster to change it so that you get that elemental advantage. And that's what we just saw from Chai.
Yes.
So if I were Shuzo, I'd be checking out this wand to see if it's a stream wand so that you can maybe have a chance at changing your Kyun into water element and use those good water strats.
And like Gene Freak mentioned in chat, that's absolutely true. We just passed the halfway point, and they're already both on 13, so that's really interesting to see that they're on the same floors. I mean, this is a match. I wonder if Shuzo can actually take the lead somewhere around here. Oh, we have CC highlighting the head. We have a water Cune. Doesn't he have the? Oh no, he's got a wooden one. That's absolutely wonderful. Big change here.
He must have missed that Scarlet Wand, or it was cursed.
Probably, yeah. I think he just missed it. He's got the wooden one that we talked about, and we hope that wasn't cursed.
Don't throw your Kyun again, dude.
Yeah. No, that should be the same. Is that a different tower?
I think they're both on their second entry.
Yeah, I think they're both on the second entry. I might be wrong.
Either way, that. Oh, hey, let's check out that wand there. Yeah. No. Okay.
Well, that was kind of scary.
Are on different towers. Is Chai still on his first tower?
I'm pretty sure Chai left as well. I might be wrong.
Yeah, we could be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously since Shuzo's got a Scarlet Wand, even if you find a CC, he doesn't want to change.
Yeah.
You just want to keep that Fire CUNY until you find maybe a Stream one. But in the case of Chai having a non-elemental one, no reason to keep CUNY being fire, and as soon as you reach level 10, that's the point where Flame Sword is never going to get stronger in terms of what it brings to the damage calculation. All the damage increase is going to come from Ko getting higher strength. So
I mean, it will increase, but it's such a tiny amount.
Oh yeah, it's dismal. It's like 0.01% increases going forward.
Did you just throw that spell ball? Was that
Yes.
out of charges?
I assume so, yeah. It does destroy it, so you get to clear your inventory, I guess.
Chai, if you miss this guy, he just kills you.
Yep. How ready to gamble are you?
Oh, that ready to gamble.
Alright, let's go. Much better than just trying to... Oh, okay.
Don't swing. Don't do it.
Yeah, tuna would probably be a good idea.
No.
Fire, I don't know. Hey, one you fool. Yeah, I don't think that's enough, actually.
The Plumpa will kill it, yeah.
Yes, but it can miss. It's got normal accuracy.
Ooh. It's a risk.
Oh, it is a risk. And is it a Palumpa? Yes, it is. Okay, no miss, we good. Okay, you can unclench now. We'll be fine. And we have a U-boat egg, alright! Direct instant app.
Gulf Wand.
Very bad.
We're all just so quiet, waiting to see what he does next.
Oh yeah. I assume maybe hatching? Yeah, let's go hatching. 17% and he's not in the room for the elevator. That's a scary part.
I would wait to hatch until I was in the elevator room.
Yes, I would do the same, but I guess he's just so excited to see U-boat.
Did he manage to pick up that second collar?
Maybe, but even if you didn't, you just bag CUNY, use the U-boat, bag the U-boat.
Yeah.
But I guess the
time.
I agree. It's better to have the second. Oh yeah, U-boat is a great monster to have, honestly.
Yeah.
But it gave the time though for Shuzo to pick up the lead here. Floor 15 on his side, and he's trucking along. No slowing down. Shuzo is just like, yeah, let's do this.
Doesn't Shuzo have that Roche fruit?
He does. He did. Oh no, he used it.
Already used it. So
I assume the flame ang he has that's already identified is what he picked.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
That's disappointing.
And U-boat started to scout the floor. Bing!
I didn't expect him to use the U-boat on this floor.
Ooh. Shuzo, my friend, don't miss that hit. That's good. That's good.
How bold are we feeling, bud?
Well, one medicinal. Oh, and CUNY's gonna go into melee. That's the scary part. All right. Ouch!
Yeah, that wind seed doesn't do you any good anymore.
Yeah, not so much. Yep.
Yeah, as I was saying, I didn't expect Chai to use the U-boat on this floor, because just from the little bit of the map that I could see, I could tell that it was a very small layout.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess our runners don't have the benefit of a lot of that experience.
Maybe not in that regard. Even though you might still only see a small part, there might be a big section you just missed out during the rotation or something.
Yeah, I mean, it is randomized, but like,
yeah.
You kind of start to see the code a little bit the more you play.
You see the matrix. But I agree, it might not have been necessary, but I would have done the same. Honestly, just having the safety of this is where I'm going is always comforting.
I wonder if we're gonna see any barongs on this floor. Certainly hope so.
We've
got another paintball on Shuzo.
And these Gerudo are especially scary because you have a water CUNY now, so you really don't want to mess with two Gerudas. Like, obviously this one stayed asleep, but if you don't know before you try, and if it was to be awakened really quickly, that's scary then. I guess, yeah, you take that time to U-boat.
It might be worth it to use that Gulf Wand and get a little bit of extra damage on water monsters, because you're only using the wooden wand.
And Chai is just getting all its monster beat up. Alright,
another small floor layout. Leather shield. My baby. You're leaving behind my baby.
Yeah, leather shield is really good, honestly.
Shuzo's going to be getting to the point soon where, well, I suppose not soon, but it won't be too long now before Shuzo gets to the point where your defense stops mattering as much.
Yes.
Everything two-shots you either way.
Yeah. Like these trolls with like very curved sword, they ignore your shield. So the leather shield is pretty much the only shield that's relevant here, or the high shield, I guess.
I thought it only ignored a portion of your defense, not all of it.
I'm pretty sure all of it, yeah.
Shuzo does seem to like to make good use of those sleep balls. I don't like making use of them when I'm so close to them because of the high chance of them waking up, but he seems to be lucking out a lot, so whatever works for him, right?
If you're in the same room as them as well, it's always considered as if you were in melee with them. Oh, that's scary. Oh, yeah, that's a Minerva.
Yep, anytime you see two items next to each other like that, I'm always like, yeah, that's a Minerva.
Yeah, you gotta act as if it was. Even sometimes on floor where Minerva is not even a monster, that's part of the rotation, I still slow down and be like, there's no Minervas here. Good, let's go.
I would want to see what that item is. A weak ball, I would leave that behind. And a holy scroll, that's really useful.
Yes.
A holy scroll does one of two things. If you use it on yourself, it puts a space on yourself where you get invincibility from monster attacks. And if you throw it at a monster, it puts down that same space, except that it also turns that monster into your friend for the duration of the floor.
Yes. Weak ball is really bad. Like, that's definitely the ball with the best name because it tells you what it is. It's weak. But I've seen Shawnee actually use a weak ball very intelligently. The way he uses it is when he's outside the room in the corridor, and he doesn't know if he should push forward because a monster is coming, and he wants to know if that room is the elevator room. He uses the weak ball to shoot the projectile inside the room, and the camera follows the projectile. And you can scout the inside of the room without having to go there.
Yeah.
Is it good on the GBC version? What is the different thing it does that doesn't do in the... Oh, Flame Egg! And it's just there taunting him!
You can use the weak ball to scout for stealth too, yes. Well, bye, Flame Egg. I wouldn't have used the Blaze Ball on that one.
That's kind of scary. That's the spoopers or the spiders.
He can use his mixture magic to probably kill it in one hit here. Yep, there we go.
Yep, that's very, very weak, but it's so hard. That's how you use a hurt shield. Yep.
I haven't been watching Chai very much. What's going on over here?
Using the U-boat to find where to go, but just end up having to deal with reverse monster train.
Making good use of that AI1. And I see Shuzo's getting that. He's getting all of his stuff stolen.
Oh yeah. Especially since he has Fire CUNY, he should be able to just put CUNY in the way. That's gonna be rough. Losing all your gear here just before Viper Town is really scary.
Yeah. He's lost an egg, a spell ball. What do we got here? And I guess we're just leaving without it.
Like, Chai is using CUNY to kill the pickets, even though he's got elemental disadvantage, and still it's worth it.
Yeah, if I were Chai, I would be getting out of these picket floors as fast as possible.
Yes. That's probably the worst moment in the CUNY water strat, is the picket floor.
Yeah, floor 25 is pretty scary too.
Yes.
Someone before, a programmer was talking about how that slam trap has different things that can drop on you. And someone said they had never seen the pan drop on someone.
That was me, and I did. I watched it later on, and I realized I saw that a million times.
Oh yeah.
And I never realized there was 2 animation.
I told you point blank you've seen it before.
Yeah, I did. But oh yes, 2 eggs! Incredible! What? Incredible luck! Who would believe it?
I wouldn't. Throw that coin, my dude.
There's no way that this is a trap, right? Why are you trying to destroy this eggs? Eggs are nice. Oh yeah, so you really don't want to...
So he actually has to go through that unless you want to go all the way around.
He's warming it. Let's go.
He's warming it.
Now imagine that specific situation, but with only 1 egg, and still it untransforms and attack you. That's the moment I was the most scared in Azure Dreams in all my life.
Yep. Ordinarily, you can't have a situation where a Viper and a Mineva. Oh no!
Cunie's gone.
But I believe he has that restore scroll, doesn't he?
There was a restore scroll. I'm pretty sure on Chai's side. Not sure.
That has it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! You're not gonna win this fight, guy.
Not against an Arachne, no.
You got plenty of spell balls.
Alright. He's gonna be fine. But that was scary.
Change which monster to give it to. He found it. Okay.
Let's go. It might say nothing happened, but something did happen. You got some MP for using a fruit, a seed, or an herb on your monsters.
Just 3 MP for most monsters.
Yes. Yeah, New Hell gets 50, but that's
nothing out of that.
Yeah, they only eat metal.
I believe that they do also eat like crystals and get 3 MP out of that though.
That's cute.
Which I thought that was pretty cute. I think this is the point where we're gonna see Chai pull ahead.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't need to use the U-boat. I would have picked up the wind seed to feed my U-boat. You don't care what element it is. Oh, that's a low blind. You really hope that doesn't work. What I really like about the fact that this animation is really long is that it gives you the time to actually like scout the lay of the land and be like, okay, that's what it looks like. Once I'm blind, what do I do? And yeah, it's really close. Only 1 floor separating both of them. Shuzo is going to be playing like very risky, obviously. No pet, underleveled, no U-boats. Are going to just have to run. Chai can probably play a little bit slower. Like using the U-boat takes a little bit of time, but that's always going to make sure they don't go into the wrong direction. So if Shuzo's lucky, it's faster. If not, Chai is always going to be faster.
Yeah, Chai does have a pretty big advantage here.
I think so too.
He used the U-boat here because he saw the elevator in the spin.
Oh, you've got so many fireballs. Yes, let's go. Oh, well. That was definitely a misclick here. Let's go. No! Oh, no. Nope. There was enough time to get to the elevator, but there's not any more. That is scary.
What's he gonna use to get himself out of this? He's got a bunch of eggs he can use.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Blaze and then Pillar.
I was really scared for a moment that he was just gonna try to swing and kill it.
Oh yeah, he's got firepower.
He probably could have killed it if he swung. He only needed 4 more damage.
Mm-hmm. That Earl 1 is empty as well. Let's go. You just start to play very safe, and that's what I like to see, especially in this A, dangerous floor, and B, so late. Like, there's not going to be another climb. They're not going to be in the remaining 10 minutes. Floor 22 and 21 respectively, so you need to start playing like this is my final run. And at some point, like in 5 minutes, you start playing like crazy. Oh yeah, but absolutely. Making sure it doesn't end up using a spell ball that has no charge twice. So that's good. 23, let's go. Chai taking up a small lead.
I think in order for Shuzo to make the comeback here, something bad's gonna happen to... Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There's a start.
Good job, commentary curse. He's got a Oli bell if needs be.
Oh no!
Oh, the slow trap. He can use the bell, can he? With Cuny in his hand, I'm not sure. Acid Rain would work. Oh, that's 2 hits.
Oh my god!
And you start next floor slow.
And get 5 hit points.
Okay. Okay,
Oh my-
luckily that room though. That's nice.
Oh my goodness. What a ballsy man.
Alright, here comes the U-boat.
Alright, well he made it through that. I don't think that there's gonna... You fed that to the wrong monster.
Oh, yeah. That's not the right one. During that time, Shuzo reaches 22. Going as far as to give the PETA. Nice. Alright. Now, the scary part is, does he remember he is slowed? That's kind of scary. Okay, Cuny will show you that.
That's
Oh,
swag.
that's
Not
bad.
getting anything that's gonna get him to go fast enough.
That's why I like keeping a Mahel Seed. Because if you use it while you're slowed, it does remove the slowed status effect.
Real bold stepping in front of that block like that. Could have very easily just used low bind and that
Oh, I don't think that's going to be enough on Chai's side. It was! Probably around about just so. Whew. Still slowed. During that time, Shuzo take a few steps in the right direction, but he doesn't know what he's looking for. Whereas Chai might be in a rough spot, but he knows what he's looking for.
Shuzo did see the elevator in the spin.
Oh, nice. All
But
right.
It looks like he might be headed the wrong way.
Maybe turning the camera confused him a little bit? Something?
Yeah.
Oh, life one.
Yeah, use that
Wow.
light one. Alright, he did find a go up.
Go
trap.
up trap. Let's go. All right, that works. 25-23. 7 minutes
Shuzo is
left.
Not out of this.
Oh, absolutely not.
But I think in order for him to be in this, something has to happen to Chai, and it has to happen soon.
Not necessarily like I say, Chai keeps on, and that's the right play, like using the U-boat and everything. But
Yeah.
the time it takes, it's not time he's actually exploring. And if the exit is close and somewhere he was going to go anyway, that's just time lost, right?
Yeah.
So that's one way Shuzo can actually catch up. There's only 1 floor difference, well, soon too, but we never know.
Yep, just go the other way.
Yep. Don't want to mess with any of those Vipers. Oh. Yep, Olim, let's go. Oh, that's a lucky elevator on. Yep. Chai taking more of a commanding lead. Oof.
And a blinder trap that's just making things even worse for him.
Yep, you would have wanted to see a roam herb here, but that's not what it is. Okay, survived that. That's really nice. Where's that elevator?
Oh,
North side.
no.
Oh, uh-oh.
Okay, looks like he's fine though.
Good. Yeah, you don't want to let that...
Making it casually to 24 plus.
Absolutely, Pula. This is so nice to see that. With the practice they made, they are definitely looking really good.
That's the benefit of having some really good mentors, I think.
True, but I mean, they did learn really fast. I like that. All right. Another pillar should take care of this, or just a blaze, yeah. If you know how many charges you have. And cannot seem to find, the elevator. That's really unfortunate on Shuzo's side. 24 is really doesn't want to play balls.
So what Shuzo should have done there is used the
Blaze Burst, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good. He's made a friend for the floor, and I think that's a good idea because the floor really didn't want to cooperate. That didn't end up being useful, but you never know, and just having a pet for that floor might be good. I mean, nothing is done yet. Again, Shuzo can absolutely win, but yeah, Chai's got a good lead now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Elevator in room. Let's go, 26.
This could be the start of the comeback.
Yep.
And there we go again.
Yeah, there we go again.
Don't bother with the barong. Don't bother with the barong. You
Not at this time. I would not.
Not
XP?
That thing is sleeping.
Once the XP. That's a good amount of XP. Nothing happened.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Andy got that exit loop. That's
Ooh, that's really nice. Okay, 27.
It's not over until that timer hits 60.
Yeah, or as soon as somebody dies here.
Yeah. Use that exit loop, dude. Yeah, there we
And
go.
I think he heard you. Oh, it's just north of where it was.
You know.
Let's go. Yep.
I think I personally would have picked up that loop there.
Yeah, specifically for a loop, I would. Is that no? Not in a room. So he needs to explore and fast.
It's a sleep, guy.
Yeah, I guess you don't want it on your trail, but.
I think this late in the run, you have no choice but to just take those risks and go fast.
Yes, I agree. But, I mean, yeah, he doesn't want to end up without resources as well. I get that. That is the elevator. Okay, bolt on 29. 2 minutes left.
Oh my goodness, is he gonna make it?
I don't know. You need
really
to start going fast, though.
Yeah, dude has to move.
Oh, yeah. Because the Chai is always going to know where he needs to go.
Goodness, he's pulling ahead.
He's getting it!
Oh my
He's
goodness.
getting it! Let's go, Shuzo!
I'm rooting for you, Shuzo.
I won a third match! Okay, looking around.
Come on, you gotta find that elevator.
Oh, that would, yeah. Like, Chai can absolutely make it still. I mean,
Is that the elevator? That is.
that is! I don't know that. If you just add up the loading time, I don't think Chai can make it. Maybe.
Oh my, did he pull it out?
I think.
Alright, and we've got that floor 31 Beldo that's gonna eat up a ton of time.
Yes.
Runners are gonna have to deal with that no matter what.
Oh,
And-
that's true. Adding the Beldo time, there's no way Chai can catch up.
Oh my goodness. Shuzo, the absolute madman.
What did you say, Poulet, about like getting 20-something plus? Oh, but actually he gets the elevator in room.
If something here wakes
Chai,
up, though,
Chai, let's go. Move.
is he just gonna run to the elevator? I would.
Yes, I think you need to. Yeah. Let's go. Pick up CUNY, move. Let's go.
You don't have time to ask yourself, should I?
No, exactly. Both of them 31, mashing, like, the elevator needs to be in room. It's not. Okay, I don't think there's a way.
Nope. Yep.
Mash as if you never mashed in your life. Make some potato mash. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh no, the elevator's on.
Oh my god! No, go!
No, that's it. Time. Both runners end up not dying, but closing it on 31. But Shuzo did it first. Let's go. That's what I call a match.
What kind of a cut? I'd written him off. I was like, nah, he's not gonna make it back. He did it. He did it. Oh my goodness.
Wow. My heart. That was a match.
That was a match.
Yes. They are already stars, I agree. Okay, they're gonna get the memo and they're gonna start setting up for third seed.
I am absolutely blown away by that.
Absolutely. Oh yes.
That is a highlight if I
And that killer says, okay, that's enough. Load seed number 3, okay?
It's a good thing Chai doesn't need to go any further on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow.
They're both so focused they haven't seen the match.
Yeah, so Shuzo is asking... Yeah, he's kind of far. So in chat, do we let him try to finish? He's actually doing pretty well. All right, we'll give him the shot.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, chat seems to be happy about that. Let's try it out. I mean, these floors are scary. Don't.
He says this will be his first time at 40.
Wow.
And it looks like Chai is already backed out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Makes sense. I asked them to load seed 3 before Shuzo asked if he could continue. So.
Ooh.
Okay.
That golem can't hit him from where he is. So what I would do is I would actually wait a turn and then go in the opposite direction that he chooses.
Yes, that's one way to go at it.
Also, don't throw because that.
Yes.
That spell ball should hit him though. I think. Nope.
Nope. You're too high. Again. That's better. But does this flame ball still have charges? Is the question. Ooh, egg bomb. That's scary because if it spawns.
Oh.
Okay, good. Lucky. If the monster spawned below, 2 tiles below, there was no going back. I'm gonna check this seed real quick.
I was not expecting to see a third match today.
Yeah.
My goodness, that is an unforgiving room. Even though they're all asleep. Ooh, this is rough.
I don't know how you get out of this, yeah. Oh, Ulim Tuna, okay, alright.
Oh my, there's another one!
Oh yeah.
Alright, this is where I would use the Mahel and go backwards towards the dragon.
That's where I would skip turns until the glacier kicks me out of there.
That is a big risk to take.
Yes.
Okay, he used breath, that's good.
Yep, that's lucky. You need 2 Ulim now, you need 2 Ulim. Let's go.
I would ask
Acid Rain would work as well, yeah. And you get kicked with the frog. That's nice.
He's making attempts on that curling shot world record. Not going well for him, though.
Alright.
Does this flame ball have any more charges?
There's a new one.
There is a new one.
And, yeah.
Oh, nope, that's it.
Oh, nope, that's it. Yep, Mahel just procs on the second turn, not the first one. And that is a very good climb on Shuzo's side. But yeah, very nice.
That might be a PB, I'm asking the runner now.
He says, "Sure is." Yes.
Good. I'm lucky. I'm glad for him.
Yeah. That was a really good race on both sides. Honestly, I was just like, "There's no way Shuzo can bring it back," and he just does. Like,
if that's the highest he's ever been, he probably didn't realize the kind of damage output that a golem has.
yes. I assume so. At this point, everything hits like a truck. That's why we go leather shield all the time.
And
Because
there are trucks that don't hit that hard.
yeah, exactly. I mean, some kind of a giant truck that breathes fire.
I think that a truck isn't gonna hit as hard as a fucking 10-foot tall stone monstrosity.
I kind of have to agree.
With robot arms
That can shoot
and
arms.
turns its bottom half into a drill and just drills that entire weight on top. No, that truck's not doing anything compared to that.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, seed is good on both sides. They're gonna get ready real quick. Can I just leave you alone for a second? I'll be a break and I'll be back. Or not. All right, so they're just making sure the seed is nice on Shuzo's side. All right. So can we get a more hype run?
I don't know. I think world record would be more hype.
Well, you know that world record doesn't happen during tournament matches. That'd be silly.
No, that would be silly. I mean, who would imagine that doesn't happen?
That doesn't happen now.
Certainly hasn't happened to me, and it certainly wasn't perpetrated by you in my first tournament. I think I got to floor 8 on that tournament.
I think that's why we have a star tournament now.
I think that happened to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this tournament.
I'm so sorry.
So that's the real reason that I stopped doing any percent. And it's all because of Sand Knight. Hashtag blame Sand Knight.
I'll be back in a second.
Looks like he's doing the countdown. So, I would really like to see a Garuda be used in this one. Yeah, no, we play the blame game around here, Skeef, especially when it's Sand Knight fault, which is pretty much always. Alright, looks like the racers are off. I'm hoping we'll see some tutorial skips out of Shuzo because we haven't seen too much out of him, but I don't know if he knows about them or if he just hasn't been trying to do them. Because none of the tutorial skips are terribly difficult, but you do have to know how to do them. So one thing, oh, okay, I was about to mention it. One thing that I like to see out of every runner is we all like our maps a little bit differently, and in that first part where you're walking in, you can actually change your map size before Kyun starts talking, and everybody does it a little bit different. Everybody likes a little bit different size on their map.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
When you start mashing this specific discussion with Cuny, the first one, if you continue mashing, and the way we usually do it is mash circle and X, because circle loads the whole text and X pushes the new page on. This is also the button combination try and pick up Cuny, which you generally can but can't on tutorial floor. if you do it too many times, you can absolutely softlock the game, and that is bad.
Really?
That's actually another thing I discovered in this game. That's not a good one. And it soft-locks it because I think it prevents the floor from loading properly, and the way it works is the elevator's graphic is still going to be there, but the elevator doesn't load.
Oh.
So you can walk on the tile, nothing happens, and you're just stuck on floor 1.
Neat.
Where you truly belong.
The only thing that I've ever discovered is how to delete Kyun from existence.
Sorry, what?
Wow. Yeah, you can delete Kyun by just never picking him up.
Huh.
So if you do glitch.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yep.
Yep. If you do all of that, then Kyun just stops existing.
Yep. If you clear the tower before you have actually seen him first, yeah.
And that made me real sad because that was the New Game Plus file that I was working on for the community to set it up for everyone, so that nobody else would ever have to go through that terrible, arduous process.
Yes.
And 20 hours in, I finally finished it, and I'm like, okay, let's go beat Beldo, so that it can be used for New Game Plus. And then I beat Beldo, did glitched entries so that people could get a fresh Kyun, and so, so you could have that Kyun that in the same check that you do with New Game Plus. So in New Game Plus, you always have to hatch your eggs on stream so that you can tell that the eggs are untampered. And so I wanted to do something similar with Kyun, where you pick up that Kyun on stream, and then
Yes.
yeah, so you can tell that it's not tampered with. Except that deletes Kyun if you just don't ever pick him up and beat Beldo.
And I like how you were like, why didn't you tell me that? I'm like, we didn't know. Thanks for finding out, by the way.
Yeah, so then I had to spend another, I think it was another 30 hours grinding out a new file.
Yep. Thanks for the file.
Yeah. I still have a little bit of work that I want to do on it, though.
Sure, but that was a good one. I actually used it when I played against you. That was fun.
And someday I'm gonna go through and figure out how to alphabetize all the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Shuzo seems to be struggling a little bit with these traps. I think that's
Yeah, there's a lot of crack traps.
And there's another one over there.
Jesus.
Don't step on it. Okay.
Nice.
3 crack traps, huh? That's a wand over there. That's what we want to see.
Yep. What one will we get, though, is the question.
I would like to see a stream wand.
Mm.
It's a scarlet wand.
Wow. It's 3 Scarlet in 3 runs. That's really nice.
Yeah, and they're both finding it at about the same time, too.
Yeah. These seeds are way too nice. I need to start making seeds again.
Didn't you make one of my randomizer seeds?
I don't think I did, but yeah. I can if you want to.
No. No. Alright.
That was a very quick no.
Crap. But Chai did not, so Shuzo's got a slight advantage here.
Oh yeah.
See how it lasts. It didn't last long.
And the nice thing with the go up trap is there's no text box, so it's just a little bit quicker.
Time to name myself SKY again then. No.
That makes sense, Orza, then. I guess I can stop making seeds for a little while.
Hey,
2 wands in that room.
Watch. We don't need to worry about everyone ripping on 6. Yeah. Yeah.
What are those 2 ones, though? Paralyze and Scarlet, and a 3rd one. And Golf. Well, that's a 2nd Scarlet, first of all. Jesus, what's that room?
Shuzo doesn't bother with any of them.
Yeah, with the,
Knowing what we know now does put him at a slight advantage.
True.
Because he's not gonna have to clear those out of his inventory. He didn't have to waste time checking them.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Chai didn't stutter step them. He just put them in his inventory, which ended up costing a little bit of time. Yep.
Everyone that I started advising, that was the first thing that I told them: stutter step. It's a simple tech that helps you save a lot of time, helps save you from a lot of Did I just miss something?
Poulet. Poulet sauté, my friend, my brother.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even notice.
Jesus. Yeah, it's like the time I said that the wooden one is the only item that I wouldn't want to get.
Yeah. I don't like the wand.
Wooden one is really great, honestly. It's just like it does nothing special, but like between that and a seal one, it's pretty much the same item, right?
I think the seal wand is a little bit worse just because it has that extra text and animation.
True, exactly. Closest tab.
How often does the wooden the seal actually come up and be useful? I've never seen it.
Yeah, the trigger should be same as Paralyzed, which is 116, but then it needs to be useful as well. And that's one of the things I don't like in some games is when you don't know why things happen. If the things you did add any did anything. So if you would get to see like a text box telling you, oh, the enemy tried to cast a spell but couldn't because of sealed one, and you'd probably be like, oh, that was kind of useful. But if it just end up attacking instead, then yeah, it doesn't change anything.
I would throw my Qn at this thing.
Yes.
Turn him on AI1 and yeet him. Because you've got to take that turn anyways, you may as well, right?
The nice thing about that is if you put your monster on AI1 and then throw them away, they actually do it first.
Yes, they do.
But yeah, Scarlet 1 definitely playing huge here. Like one-shotting almost everything. That's really, really nice.
So I think that these runners have a pretty good idea with not immediately taking these elevators, taking some time to explore.
Yes.
When re-entry is allowed, resources suddenly become even more valuable because then you can take them in on the second run.
Yes, yes.
Because it keeps mixing me up because they're like, ah yes, there's the elevator, goodbye.
See, I was gonna talk about the fact that because Shuzo doesn't put CUNY right behind him, CUNY's actually walking on tiles that Ko hasn't scouted yet. So it might mix it so that sometimes CUNY will it traps that you would never actually just not have walked on. And as I was starting that sentence, CUNY walks on a paralyzed trap. So yeah, definitely you want to have CUNY behind you all the time.
If you want to play extra risky, you can still do that and hope to scout out more go-up traps.
Mm-hmm.
Because a go-up trap can't take away your familiar.
Mm-hmm. We played a run when a programmer first made the go-down trap. We played a run where we had a random monster and only go-up traps cranked to 11. And we were like, yeah, we're never going to get through that, but then I very quickly realized that if I put my monster in front of me, I would scout all the go-down traps and never activate any of them. And I definitely won that race.
And you didn't tell any of them, did you?
No, I did, but after. No, it's not true. I did tell him, like, midway through.
I'm gonna give you Axar's seed, okay?
Axor seed?
Yeah, it's the seed
Nice.
that was, I think it was a random familiar, and Enemizer was off, and traps were set to max.
Oof. No, thank you.
It was rough, it took me a week to finish.
Jesus.
Yes, the seed of pure evil, no. And then I made something called the Hell Seed.
Have you ever played the randomizer part where you actually make it so it's a 99 floor tower?
Okay. That is on the list of things that I did to that awful seed. It's basically all of the settings that make it more difficult, minus a few things that just makes it more interesting.
But have you gone to floor 40 on that?
I have not yet. I haven't started that one yet.
Oh, okay. So you don't know what happens on 40 since Beldo is not there anymore.
I do not.
What? Oh!
Oh, goodbye, Kyun.
I guess he wanted to bag him?
Shuzo did that last time too. Not in this match set, but in his last the last
Yeah.
time.
Maybe that's what he really wanted to do. I'm pretty sure it's not, though. Honestly, it's not his fault. The button to put CUNY in your bag is called bag, so now that I've said that, it seems really, like, simple. But the other button is called return. And he's looking for his CUNY and he doesn't see it. I think he's just, yeah.
Well,
It's definitely not his fault. Like, the name of the button is terrible. It's not return to town, it's just return, and I can tell you that I made that mistake at some point in my life as well.
I'll say this. The man did beat Chai last time without...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there's a go-up trap.
Let's go. And he actually takes the lead with that go-up trap.
He does.
And I mean, I think you leave 9 right away.
Oh, yeah.
Though, Chai is gonna get that elevator as well, like that elevator in the room, but yeah. Oh, mirror shield, okay. Interesting.
And
wow. Alright.
I think Chai is gonna spend time exploring that floor 9, so that might give Shuzo a nice, good, healthy lead so that he can get a re-entry in.
Yeah. And I mean, Shuzo has been doing pretty well without CUNY last run. He might not even think about a re-entry right now.
He might decide, hey, who even needs a Kyun, and just leave.
Yeah. I know when I teached peoples around that wanted to get some tips, I always told them, play as if re-entry was not a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good good tips or not, but I was like, if you die, you have that option, but play as if it was not on the table.
I wouldn't mess with that.
Yep, that's a scary...
Experience will help.
Yeah, that's a scary verb.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
Alright, well,
And I don't think putting a plank of wood in front of you is going to help much.
Uh-oh. Is this where it all starts falling? Oh, he doesn't have a wind crystal.
Yep, no choice but to deal with it. Pick up? No? Oh, malicious works. That's good. And run like the wind. No?
I'd pick him up and use him as a free boomerang.
Nice, nice. Will he try to hatch his egg is a good question. Oof, 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 oof. Oh, and he's not facing the right direction either.
Oh no, oh no.
That's scary. Yep, good, good, good.
There we go.
Yep. That was kind of scary. Let's go.
I probably would have used that wind seed and a fireball charge to get rid of that kraken.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a good idea, honestly.
You got to take this at a diagonal. If you take both those hits, you're done.
Yep. And that is both the hits. And he's done. Rice cannot miss. Sadly. But Shuzo's down on 12. That's definitely not bad. And he's still got plenty of time to beat that score. So he was 4 floor ahead of Chai. So that's not bad at all.
And it's going to take Chai a little bit of time to get up that far, because whereas Shuzo was just making a break for the elevator,
Yeah.
Chai's going to spend some time exploring.
Yes. And I mean, they both went through 231 this last time. But I mean, that's not something you're going to see every run. So 12 is still good enough that it could, like, not necessarily win, but, like, at least put some pressure on the other side, right?
Shuzo is at a slight disadvantage in that he lost that that Scarlet Wand, though.
And CUNY died kind of early, so he doesn't have that much level on him either. Probably like 5, I'd say, which is not too bad.
It's going to be rough.
Yeah. But I mean, we saw Shuzo play without CUNY at all, so I think CUNY is definitely going to be good.
So does Chai go straight for the elevator here? I
Is
think
the question,
this will be the moment that determines really whether or not that lead that Shuzo had holds up.
I think he does. Nope.
Oh, it looks like he's not going for it. Oh, well, maybe he is.
Programmer, if you want to learn more about the game, why not come and join our beautiful Discord? In there, you can join people that love the games. If maybe just casually, maybe for the speedrun, for the hearts, for just because they loved it when they were a kid, or even now. You can join this wonderful community of nice people that just like to share together and have some fun racings as well. Yeah, come and have some fun with us.
And you can blame Sand Knight with us.
That probably will happen, yes. I'd like to tell you no, but that's going to be a yes.
Ooh, okay, so he kind of lost Kyun a little bit.
Yes. So you might want to bag him, but make sure not to return him this time.
Bag not return. I like to watch matches, just keep matches away from me.
Yep.
You know, programmer, you should join us on the next Rando Sunday.
or he could join next tournament as well.
Or the next tournament. I guess Shuzo's not gonna even try to bag up his Kyun again. Which, I mean, fair.
No, sure. I mean, at some point you can just like probably deal with that alone.
I think of all the floors to try to take things on your own, this is probably a good one. That is the wrong way that Shuzo is going, though. I wouldn't... Oh, big risk trying to equip that copper sword.
I'll be back. Just give me a second.
Yeah, because if that copper sword was cursed, that would have made for a very unfortunate run until he could get a de-curse scroll. It looks like Chai is not going immediately for the elevator like he could have. Will Shuzo fight Ghosh? No, he will not. All he really stands to gain out of doing that is a medicinal herb and maybe a wind crystal. So not taking that risk, because at level 1 Ghosh is a really rough fight. So it's probably pretty smart to not take that risk.
And I am back.
Welcome back.
Yay! Alright, so blinder trap on Shuzo's side already, and he's... Oof! Without a shield, the next hit might be a kill. Yep. He'll need to use that Holy Scroll.
Could probably pull off some AI-1 shenanigans, but...
Maybe. Use it on himself, oh.
I mean, it works just as well.
Yeah, absolutely. This
Well,
but yeah.
I don't know what level his Kyun is, so that could be a pretty bad kind of beating.
No, I think he's like level 5. I think that'll be fine.
Yeah. Alright, and Chai is over here getting hit by that rise, showing off that mirror shield. Shuzo is getting Kyun to use double team. And again, we see Chai walking off with Kyun in hand. Definitely a strategy I feel like is a little bit of a crutch, but he does use that good AI manipulation to get rid of that volcano.
Honestly, yeah, Chai take it slower this time, and that's an interesting change of pace because obviously if you lost due to speed last run, some people will just go faster this time, right? But I like that he's just taking it slow, and right now it's paying off. He doesn't know, but it is paying off right now. And yeah, as long as you get consistently high, the speed is less relevant, I guess.
Most of these runners, it's less about how fast they go, or at least in this tournament, it's less about how fast they go and more about how far they go.
Yes, yes.
That's a pretty good spawn for floor 12 on that first tower. It's going to be a little bit rougher for Shuzo to get that blue collar.
Yes. Paralyzed one proc, that's nice, and on the same time Chai gets paralyzed on the other side as if the curse just went from one screen to the other.
And we're back again.
Trap. Over here. That is not good.
He can tank the hits that he needs to.
Yeah, but it's more about CUNY, right?
Yeah.
At least if there's two monsters running about getting you, they're not about get CUNY, so that's good.
We're seeing some really bad movement out of Shuzo, and it's really costing him a lot of hit points.
Yeah, sadly it is. It is. But he's fine. CUNY's fine as well.
What he could have done better there is there were 3 different corners that he could skip by taking them a little bit more carefully, a little bit more slowly, and that would have saved him 21 hit points.
Yes, but he's gonna regenerate that.
Yeah. But it does not take much for something like that to go wrong really fast.
Yes. Oof. Speaking of going wrong.
Oh my, Chai, you've got a situation there. Fortunately, he doesn't have to worry about those griffins using Rise on him. He did manage to ditch 2 of them.
Well, Mirror Shield isn't 100% either, so you can still be a little bit there.
But it is pretty close.
It's 75. Yeah, it's really good.
It was a long time before I realized, hey, it's not 100%. Ooh. Bold move. If he misses this, he's dead. So he's going for that AI1. Can take another step away and Kyun will take him out. Free of charge. Alright.
Yeah, that was pretty good, making sure that CUNY could take an extra hit instead of himself.
Yep. Holy Bell is good.
It's like his 3rd one, right?
I think so. He's got quite a few. Feeding those extra herbs to Kyun to keep his MP topped off. Shuzo isn't climbing up quite as fast as he did the first time. Pretty lucky floor 14 elevator that Chai can get on through without having to deal with that Kraken at all.
Yeah, especially on Kraken floor, and that Ulim is a good sign as well.
Yeah. He just picks it up and takes it with him, so if he needs to use it at a moment's notice, he can. Now that he's away from those monsters, he has the time to fidget with his inventory. I'd use like that treasure loop or trap loop myself, but I wonder what he's going to use. Truth, not bad. Not a bad choice. Now he's not going to have to worry about trying to use that that binding ball at a clutch moment and not having it. Is a 10-floor lead insurmountable? It's not insurmountable, but it is quite a challenge.
They have a lot of time to actually do that, so that's not too bad. But yeah, obviously if Chai never makes any mistakes, that would be really rough for Shuzo, but this game is never sealed until it's sealed, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna take some relatively better RNG for Shuzo in the second tower, where Chai is gonna have to make a mistake. Or we just see a lot of really solid play out of Shuzo. That could happen too. Is not looking good for Shuzo right now, though he's got 3 different monsters. Yeah, and throwing that Kyun is just the death knell. Chai could still make a mistake. The earlier he makes a mistake, the better it's going to be for Shuzo. Because Chai is still on his first entry. I don't know if he has a wind crystal to get out if he gets himself in too deep. And also, those trolls hit hard. That was real painful.
Yeah, I think Chai's got a very big advantage, but again, it's never sealed until the end. Like,
I mean, yeah, just think about the huge advantage that Chai had in the last match, and how Shuzo still managed to pull out the win.
And Shuzo can probably, like, I'd say Shuzo would be able to climb to floor 17 now in roughly 20 minutes, 20-25. So he's still got plenty of time, assuming that something bad would happen to Chai, which obviously. I'm trying not to curse him. I sure hope it doesn't happen, but I mean, it's still quite feasible.
Yeah, Chai has shown some pretty good problem solving, some pretty good skills so far, and he's got a lot of resources. So I think it'd take something really big for him to, for something to go catastrophically wrong. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. Sometimes this game just decides that you lose.
Yes, and it's especially true considering I said earlier that Chai has been playing slower, which, again, you might not see many runners do on a final one. That's pretty much the seed where you speed up, if nothing else. So I'm really impressed that he seems so unfazed. Just run at that speed and take your time and just make sure that you don't make any mistakes. And right now it's paying off in spades.
Yeah, this could be a Garuda egg.
Yes.
Yeah, I would just dip out. Not even deal with the chance of losing what might be a Garuda egg.
Yes. Oh, he's
just gonna use Kyun to kill it. That's probably even smarter, actually.
Yes, I like the kick animation for Kyun when he's on a higher elevation.
Yeah.
Just go down and bump in the head. Good for experience as well.
Earlier, someone in chat said that it's not over until it's over. And that really is true in this game.
Yes.
The run is not over until that timer hits 60.
Yes. And I mean, we've seen Shuzo catch up. I mean, if he's just trying to set up a situation to do an even more crazier comeback,
here.
Yeah, but the nice thing I see, though, that he's put Cuny behind him.
Yes.
And that makes me happy.
We're gonna see what's in this egg here pretty soon. Gonna crack that baby open. Yeah, and that's a good point out of Septic Tank. The world record for first at 40 is 24 minutes.
Yes. Well, that's its own thing, but yes. What was the egg? I didn't check.
I didn't get to. I wasn't watching. What was it?
Oh, Wugga, don't tell me.
That was the Garuda?
It is a Garuda! Let's go! Alright. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is! Okay, interesting. Okay, so Garuda, if anybody in chat has never seen it in action, you're up for such a treat. So Garuda is a monster that, when you see it as an enemy, you need to make sure that your pet doesn't come close to it, because it can skip its turn to abduct your pet and teleports away somewhere random. Nice, cool. That's a crazy ability, right? But once you have it yourself, you can abduct yourself, and then you both teleport randomly at the same spot. And that is so powerful, because every time you're gonna get into an encounter you're scared to win or lose, just teleport away. Just don't fight. That's it. Yeah, Chai is in for such an interesting run. Garuda is also very dangerous, because every time you teleport, sometimes the enemy will play just after.
Yeah, it's an extremely polarized monster in that it's some huge risk for world record speeds. Garuda is the current world record strategy, in fact.
And there we go. All right. I don't know how comfortable he is with the Garuda strat though, but I guess we're gonna see that real quick.
Yeah, I personally have never had a chance to use the Garuda strat, so I don't know if I would use it to its greatest effect. You can do some clever movement here to keep that Maneva from giving you too much trouble.
Yes.
Or you can just do that. Being real careful to make sure that Garuda doesn't take any hits that it doesn't need to.
Well, it can take one. He'll take one. Oof, that missed though. Garuda's gonna come back in melee. I guess doesn't know. Oh, no, it doesn't.
No,
oh, he's gonna go on the other side, yeah.
Yeah, he switched it off.
Oh, he switched it up. Alright.
Shuzo is having some more troubles with more upheaval traps.
Oh yeah, all the Kraken upheaval traps. That's crazy. So generally what you want to see with Garuda is you explore as much as you can. And as soon as you end up being in a bad spot, you will use the shortcut buttons to manually instruct the Garuda to teleport away. Luckily that didn't hit the Garuda. Garuda are definitely weak to the bomb trap. Safely using a medicinal herb, making sure that it doesn't stay low on these floors. Good choice.
I think that now Shuzo has a pretty big mountain to climb.
Yeah, we'll go. Absolutely. Feeding in the CC would probably be the way to go.
Yeah,
now it's not necessarily using the Garuda at all.
Yeah.
Because you see a picket come and you just fly away. Now he's fighting. That's interesting.
I think you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said that you weren't certain how comfortable he is with this strategy. I think that's kind of what we're seeing here, where he isn't very experienced with it. He doesn't know how best to use it.
Because the reason why we never used it before Baldwin showed us how good it was is it's not we didn't know what it could do, it's we thought it costed like 10 MPs, and it's a third of an MP. It's crazy how low it is.
Yeah, it's absolutely nothing.
And I'm starting to doubt that he does even know why Garuda is good.
Yeah, I think you might be right. So if he doesn't know how to use his Garuda, Shuzo is still in this.
Oh, absolutely.
Taking a little bit of time to fidget around with his controls. He keeps putting Kyun away like he's gonna use the Garuda, but he's not using the Garuda.
Interesting, okay.
This is when you would want to use Garuda. Okay.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay.
So he knows, at least. Because I was starting to think maybe he's heard somewhere Garudas are great and never got more than that.
Yeah.
But no, okay, he absolutely knows how to use it, that's fine. I guess he considered this situation not worth it.
Alright, you can clearly see that it's not in there, so he's just gonna abduct again.
Yep.
So, kind of a weird quirk of the de-randomizer that we're using to get these seated towers is that it changes the name of the abduct ability.
Yes.
Normally it's abduct with an A, you know, like the word abduct. But here it's abduct with a U.
Yes, it also does that for the Maneva transform. That becomes a Rensform with 2 R's.
I think now with that Garuda, he has a lot more. His resources are a lot easier to blow, so I would probably just go ahead and use that Holy Bell here.
Yeah. And he's fighting.
Maybe he just knows the risks of abduct and doesn't want to take the risks when he can just deal with the picket. Yeah, that could be it too. You know, he's got a pretty strong fire moss that he can use to just deal with the monsters.
Yeah, not a bad idea, honestly. I like that. Oh, but an Arachne is not okay with that.
I wouldn't even bother with using that on the Arachne. Alright, it looks like Shuzo's having a little bit of a tough time over here. He's struggling to make up all the ground that he's lost. Czaj is doing a little bit of exploring before he abducts. And as soon as he sees any amount of confrontation, he's just dipping out, which is good. It's a good plan. Shuzo seems to be beating up this bloom, trying to get a little bit of extra experience going. Alright, that frog trap could be really bad for Czaj because he can't give commands to his monsters while he's a frog. It doesn't look like anything too bad happened, but if a monster showed up, he could be in a really bad kind of way. Shuzo showing off some of those AI1 strats. It's a fine art to when and where to use AI1. And Czaj is just getting deposited right next to the elevator, so that's pretty good. And Czaj is being way more liberal with his abduct now.
Yeah, I guess I was just trying to find his footing somehow, but people in chat are pointing out, and that's absolutely true, that it's kind of scary to use it because if you end up in melee with a monster and it gets the first hit on you, especially later on when an enemy can one-shot you,
yeah,
that's obviously scary.
I think he's using it pretty well, all in all. He's only using it when he comes up on something that he doesn't feel he can get across. Well,
at that specific point, I guess he used it because he was going to go into a room he already scouted.
So these little palumpas with the scarred faces, they're funny little guys. They'll steal your monster's collar, and you can't get it back until you kill the dark palumpa. That's what we call it, a dark palumpa.
Yes, or if you leave the floor, you get your...
Or if you leave the floor, you get the collar back.
And Czaj is starting to get some kind of an elevator chain. So does Shuzo, though. That elevator is in the room, so that's good. Just gotta get some experience here. But yeah, Garuda is powerful for a reason, yeah.
I feel like floor 10 is where... Floor 10, floor 11 is where the 80% run really kicks off, and you really have to start being a lot more careful.
Yes.
Because it's where things start really doing a lot more damage. You can't trade hits as much.
Yeah, there's a few very bad ones, like Griffins on 11 or Krakens on 12 that are scary. And yeah, Shuzo just bites the dust.
Yep.
Youch, yeah, that's scary, yeah.
Czaj is having a hard time getting his abduct in the right direction. He's used it in the wrong direction twice now. He needs to face his monster before he does it. what he should do now is he should set it down and then
Yeah,
tell the Garuda to face him and then abduct.
he might not know about turning Garudas while you old R2.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's not turning.
Yep.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, for a long time, I didn't know that you could change. You could turn the direction that your monster is facing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good, Septic.
Yeah.
What I like is seeing Shuzo at 42 minutes deciding to not mercy kill the run. That I really appreciate.
Yeah, and there we see the.
Oh! Oh!
Oh no!
Oh yes!
This is why we don't like blocks.
Oh, this is why we don't like block. Now, obviously, you can get out of this scot-free. That's not necessarily a problem, but what is a problem is there is no Garuda.
Doesn't he have that restore scroll, or was that last game?
I don't remember. I know there was one last game. Was there another one this game?
I don't think there was. Yeah, Garuda did put in a lot of work. It definitely gave czaj a pretty good advantage here.
Mm-hmm.
Czaj is trying to figure out if that stealth is sleeping or not. Unfortunately, he hasn't gone so far that his Qn is completely worthless. What I would do is I would spend a lot of time here catching up on those levels. But I suppose that's something I'm saying as someone that knows that he's way ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think at that point I would just run for it, not knowing, but yeah.
Yeah. I think in his shoes, I would probably keep running and do my best. Just catch whatever level ups I can when I can.
Yeah, last time I was kind of slowish. I was on 438 and I got beaten by Pullet at Reach 40 before I did.
He's really worried about the zoo because zoos are a very scary monster.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
And that is why.
Kuhn abandoned him. Yeah, Kuhn would have absolutely let him die there.
Because he's in the doorway, yep.
He's in the doorway.
Yep, when an enemy or yourself are in the doorway, CUNY doesn't understand what's happening.
Yeah, we don't mess around with zoos. Whenever I see a zoo, if I have the option to take it out immediately, I take it.
That's the only wind monster that's scary, but it's so scary. It's also immune to being paralyzed itself, so if you have a binding ball, it doesn't even help.
Yeah, I think stealths are I think stealths are a pretty scary wind monster too, just because they have the ability to go invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for zoos, you have to be adjacent to them for that roar ability to paralyze you. So if you don't let yourself be within one space of them, they can't do anything to you.
And if they do it onto your pet, they only change their AI to -1. They can only paralyze if your pet is already on AI 1.
Yep. I've never had a pet get paralyzed, because the chances is fairly low. Ooh, he's scared of that zoo, and he should be. Zoos
It's
are
probably
scary.
because you don't use AI 1 against them, because they only change your AI for -1. And you can always repair it every time.
Yeah.
Okay, that snowman is definitely coming in for you, or is it? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think if he'd have moved away, he might have gotten away from it.
I don't think so. It was facing that door, so I think it was coming for him anyway.
I think if he'd have
just
moved away
so-
before it started moving, it
Nice.
would have been fine.
27. Nice. All right.
If Fire Q and AI 4 strats work well on Zoo, yeah, it works okay.
That's what you know.
Shuzo is still not fighting Gauche. Not taking
At this
that.
point, you just need to go as fast as you can.
Yeah.
If nobody already called the game, you're either ahead, and then whatever you do is almost irrelevant, or you're behind, and then you need to dash for it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because even with this huge lead that czaj has, it's not over.
It's not. It's starting to look a little bit rough, especially since he's still adding some force on top of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I really applaud the Shuzo at 45 minutes saying, yeah, I'm doing another run.
czaj could step on a paralyzed trap next to like a Maneva and just get knocked out.
Oh, absolutely. If it goes down, it'll go down in flame really quick.
And he sees that that's the room he's looking for. So he decides he's just gonna try to run away from them.
Yep.
Picking that path, and it looks like it's the right one.
Oh, they always go to their left in that specific situation.
Yeah, I know that there's some quirks in the pathfinding AI, but I don't know what exactly they are. I just know that they're there.
If they are holding to a wall, they'll always take that one.
He sees those 2 coins. He's wondering if one of them is a Maneva.
Mm-hmm. And rightly so. I'm pretty sure one of them is.
I wouldn't have used that to find out.
He doesn't need to scout the other one. He can just go, yeah, like that.
Yeah, I'd have tossed an item instead.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it all works out because he's got another fireball there. Using that white sand on the binding ball so that he gets another charge on it so he can use it one more time.
Very nice. Moving on floor 29.
Little bit of... Well, not a little bit, but it's a pretty rough lead by now. And czaj is still on his first entry, isn't he? Oh yeah, one of those wands is a Maneva. There's no way it's not.
More importantly, hi Snowman. Luckily, he's got Ulim, that's fine. And he doesn't need to scout the wands, that's nice as well. Cuny takes a huge hit.
Yeah. Kyun being a fire monster with Snowman being a water monster and just a monster with a really hard hitting attack. Yeah. That's rough.
And what Gene Freak says, yeah, I agree. That is a very good inventory. If there ever was to be a 40, that could be it. I mean, you can have the best inventory ever.
You can have the best inventory ever and spawn next to 3 golems.
Yeah. More importantly, glaciers. Those are the worst. They're so trigger happy with their ability.
Alright. Ooh. It's nasty.
Speaking of.
Bye, Kyun.
Yeah, bye, Kyun. One hit. Oh yeah. Okay. Good.
He can't take another hit, dude.
He's got Ulims.
I personally just run away from Naplises because they're prone to just falling asleep while chasing you. But I can definitely see the merit in just getting rid of it in case something else shows up in front of you.
You gotta be a little bit unnerved after that.
Oh yeah. This could be what Shuzo needs. This and a string of luck.
Oh yeah, you'd need quite a crazy string of luck, but Azure Dreams can absolutely be that.
It's hard to feel safe at any HP below 0. I mean, below full. It's yeah, below 0. Yeah, no, this game can be so rough. And being at half hit points, you're pretty much always at 1-shot %.
Yeah, exactly. Especially on level 17 on floor 30. Like, maybe you feel safe-ish when you are, like, 4 or 5 level below the floor. 13 level below make you sweat.
Yeah.
If there was an HP underflow, though, that could be interesting. Maybe now you'd feel safe.
I wouldn't feel safe at even underflowed HP. Yeah, that's coming towards you, buddy.
Luckily, that's pretty squish, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Bind? Just don't know
what resource do you want to spend on getting rid of this? And I think I too would go with the Olim. Yeah,
go for safety. You have an elevator coming up. Unless you don't. Go up trap. Nice, nice.
Using that binding, okay.
Alright.
All you need is 1 or 2 turns to get away from him. Yep, alright, he's
1,
got what he needs.
2, and he good. Alright, alright. That was not too costly, honestly. It could have been much worse.
Beldo time!
It's Beldo time!
So, there's actually a hidden danger of floor 31. Here in this Beldo cutscene where Beldo starts talking, you won't see any of the monsters spawn.
Yes.
Yeah, just like that. You saw how those didn't pop in until after Beldo went away?
Yeah.
If the monsters aren't asleep and or next to you, and you move carelessly thinking that there's no monsters in the room, it can very easily end a run.
Yeah, and the game will let you dash as well, which is definitely scary, which it shouldn't let you do. And then you can just get hit and die. So I used to just keep circle in a direction at the end of the message, and then I learned. Don't do that. Wait until the loading ends.
Yeah, get away from that napless, Chai.
Hey, thank you very much, xxShuzoxx.
I appreciate it. So Shuzo is using that diagonal there to his advantage. Still has a long way to go. But even if he does lose this match and lose this set, he's not out of the tournament.
Oh, absolutely not. So one of the cool things we decided to do was to change the double elimination. Like, the idea of double eliminations was that you would at least play 2 match, right? But for a star tournament, experience is really important. I think it's what it is all about anyway. So we go round robin. So you will play 1 match against everyone, and then there will be a small single elimination tournament for the top 4 runners. But even if you end up like losing all your matches, you will still play 5 times, which I think is really much more interesting than just playing twice and be out.
Yeah. So, if I'm Chai, I'm getting a little bit spooked. Not having had Kyun for a little while, you're starting to get into some really tough monsters. The least scary thing here is going to be a Tyrant, and that's going to put you at half hit points just hitting you once.
Yeah, luckily you can be picked, but they're scary because they have a weird behavioral pattern. So once they enter a room, they will just do the 4 corners.
Yeah, they'll patrol a room usually.
Yes. Oh,
what do we got? What do we got? We're just gonna use the Olim. Okay, that's fair.
Bye.
Glaciers are a really scary monster, and you don't want to deal with them if you don't have to.
Yeah, and we're getting on to our final 4 monsters very soon, which will be maximum golems, dragons, and glaciers.
Which are 4 of the most powerful monsters in the game, and they're just real scary.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so it looks like it's going to take 2 fireball charges to kill this dragon. But he is going to get a level or 2 off of this.
No, don't send the glaciers back to Canada. I'm sorry, but no.
I mean, aren't all of your glaciers melting? Don't you want them? Don't you want them?
Our
not in the loop. Oh, hey, there's a poison trap in there.
If the glaciers are melting, I want them that way.
So, Some of us refer to poison traps as the real slow trap.
Yes.
Because slow traps don't actually make the game any slower. Is he gonna go for the pickup? That's what I'd do.
Yeah, it's just gonna kill it because it walked on a poison trap. It's already low.
And get some a little bit of a buffer on HP and defense. So that's nice.
Yeah, I'm the one who called the poison trap the real slow trap, because at the time we were grinding for first at 10, which is a very, very short category at 3 minutes something, and walking on a poison trap was the end of your run. It's just too long.
Does he have any more spell ball? Yeah, he can finagle this so that he doesn't have to worry about any of these AI. But some bad movement there definitely gives him a little bit less wiggle room. Dear goodness.
Yeah, as long as they don't wake up. Oh, that exit loop though.
Yeah, that exit loop will help him. I would try... Oh, okay.
That's a good idea, honestly. You just don't want to get sniped. And he decides to follow the monster. I really like that idea.
Yeah, because if they're all in front of you, they can't be behind you.
Exactly.
Oh, and he can use that go up trap.
Trap. Oh, but that glacier disagrees.
What he... Is he gonna try to tank those hits? No, he's just gonna use the binding ball.
Yes.
He only needs one good turn. Yep, there we go.
Yep, nice.
A lot of players don't know that you can step onto a trap and use the @feet command to use the go up trap. And a good elevator spawn gets him to 35. He's only got 4 more floors he needs to get through, because 40 is a free floor. He's got that exit loop, he's just using it. I believe, doesn't he also have a star glass? Alright, that warp trap, that could do him some good if he ever has to backtrack through here. And that's certainly an option now. Gonna use that fireball to just kill off the... Okay, never mind. He's gonna use the flame ball instead. Ooh. Hasty movement and not turning the camera is gonna get him into trouble if he's not careful. There we go. Now we can see what's coming. Alright, floor 36. I don't know if he realizes that he has that star glass. Doesn't need it on this floor. I'd have stopped to check out that loop to see if it's an exit loop.
I think he just sees the seconds coming down. And the hour is done. The match goes to Chai, but can Chai beat his PB? Because that is his PB so far, 37. If he gets one other floor, his PB is going to be increased by 1. That would be great. But obviously... Oof, the elevator's in the room, though. That's a brand new flame ball, right?
I believe so. So it had, at minimum, 1 more charge on it. Alright, that's a new PB. See if he can make it. This is where I'd use that star glass. Oh! Don't listen to me.
Let's go!
Come on, 40. Oh my goodness. Holy bell.
Oh, holy bell!
Alright, we made it to 40, guys.
And in the Rising Star Tournament, a tournament specially made for people that does not have a full clear of the tower, Chaz makes it for the first time to floor 40. Let's go! That is a setup match.
Yeah, Chai is shaping up to be a really good runner.
Oh yeah.
If I were coming up in bracket against him next, I would be a little bit nervous.
Oh yeah, and that is nothing to remove from Shuzo that played super well. That second match was crazy.
Yeah, spoiler warning for anyone that hasn't made it to 40 yet.
Yes.
Not that Chai is bothering to read any of it.
Yeah. That's not a lot of spoiler. Wow, incredible! Can you believe it?
So Chai officially has a better any % time than I do.
Nice.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah, and it's almost under the hour, like Izernif said. It needs to get the egg for it to be a full run, so it'll be like around about 105. No, a little bit less than that, like 103 something. But sadly, obviously that doesn't count. This is a seeded run. You cannot like submit a seeded match. But geez, if Chai just wants to get into any % at some point, he knows he can.
Yeah. And I feel like that's really a big part of this run, of this tournament, showing players how anyone can get into any %. And have a successful run. I mean, let's take a look at the leaderboard for a second. Obviously, that's not world record pace, but
Sure.
Well, never mind. Speedrun.com is down.
We broke it! Yay! Or
But
something.
It's not a terrible time. I'm a pretty good runner, and it's better than my time.
Yes.
I'm terrible at any %.
All right, so we'll see real quick if we can grab them both and bring them into for the interview. I'll leave you here for a sec. I'm gonna do that.
All right. So a little fun fact for you guys. There you have two options for talking to Kyun. You can tell him that it's not too bad to have a talking one, and that'll keep Kyun with you. Or you can tell him betrayal is never forgiven, and he's deleted from the game. Like, you don't have him as a monster anymore, he doesn't show up at all, and he's just deleted from even the end credits. And a very similar effect is achieved, I mentioned this earlier, if you just never pick up Kyun. It similarly deletes him. Shawnee doesn't like Kyun and always tells him betrayal can never be forgiven because he's cold and heartless.
All right, they should both be joining here real soon.
All right. Looks like Chai has made it into the setup room. And there's Shuzo too.
Nice. Okay, give me a sec.
Are they stuck? Do they need help? Hello!
Hey,
Hello.
Shuzo!
Shuzo
Hey,
and
Chai!
Chai!
How's it
Fantastic runs.
Oh,
that
man.
was really good from both of you.
So, what did Yushizo end up on in the third game?
He's currently on 16. He's still going. Oh, on
Oh,
the
okay.
second game you said?
No, third
No,
game.
when we stopped on the third,
Oh, okay. Oh,
what
so
was my best?
I don't remember.
I know it wasn't very. It was doubles, but I can't remember myself.
I think it was, what, something like 11 or 12?
Probably, that sounds about right. I know I died kind of early.
So you didn't get the Garuda.
That second match, though, Shuzo,
Yeah.
you beat Chai by seconds.
Oh no!
Yeah, like Chai was ahead all the time for the longest of time, and then at some point you just
In
like 2 minutes before the end you passed him, and then you never let go. But you were always both on the same floor, but Shuzo was getting there always first by seconds.
And then Chai pulled a little bit ahead of you, by about 2 floors, and then you blitzed that. You blitzed right through those when your familiar died, and you just.
Was that the one after I yeeted Q&A on accident? Because I know one of them, I just took Q&A and I accidentally I meant to put him down and I just yeeted him away.
Yep, I remember that. Yep, you yeeted him down the hall, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, a little bit far there."
But it seems that like familiar dying is the way to go because it speeds you up. In the last game, I was going with Garuda horribly slow. I don't really have much experience like playing with Garuda. When I lost her or him, I don't know. Then I went back to CUNY. Then another was it paralysis trap or something like this. And then I lost CUNY, and then like I had nothing left. I had to like go fast.
Yeah, when you don't have that fallback of a familiar to start trading hits with the monsters, it's like a switch is flipped in your brain, and you just stop trying to fight, and you just start trying to get through monsters instead.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that was very impressive. First of all, second match, one of the greatest match I've ever seen.
Oh,
that was
easily.
That was so crazy. Honestly, very nice. And Chai, first of all, Chai, congratulations on the win. But most importantly, congratulations on your first 40th clear from new game.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
Wow,
very nice.
I've done it before, but on randomized runs, so like with Diamond Shield and like Scarlet one from the beginning, so of course it's easier. But yeah, it was my first.
Chai, you officially have a better 80% time than I do.
Oh,
dang.
Those last floors were lucky. Like I basically had elevator all the time.
What were floors on game 1?
I was 31, I think. Yeah, I was 31.
Oh, yeah, you beat me by at least 10 floors then.
Yeah.
I think that was only in 20-something when they called time.
Yeah, the first match was a little bit less close, but But the second one was exactly the same number of floor, and then the third one was kind of honestly 40.
Did you have re-entry in the first game?
What's that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. I think I had a couple. I think I had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I think 2, yeah.
Yeah, on the first one, and then it was like 3 or 4 on the last one.
I'm not gonna lie. By the end of the second game, I'd already counted Shuzo out. I'm like, yeah, this one's done. And then he just freaking kills off his tune and blitzes past you.
Oh yeah.
We're talking a difference of not even 30 seconds.
Yeah. A Super Saiyan did. It was like, okay, no, that's it. And he just dashed, and that was it.
Well, like I said, we have to learn from it. Kill CUNY on floor 25 and just browse through the last floors.
Just keep running.
Just keep running.
Yeah. It was impressive, guys.
Oh yeah.
This is no small feat.
Yeah, that was really crazy.
Especially beating the tower on the very first entry. I can't do that consistently.
Well, I cannot either, so it was just a fluke.
All right, I think we'll take this time to thank our runners. First of all, Shuzo and Chai, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Cluttered, for being my partner in crime today. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. I think we're slotted to go again sometime here pretty soon.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you, SpeedGaming crew, for making this possible. It is so nice that you guys gives us your platform and all your skills to make sure that this happens. There's a lot going on behind the scene that you guys might not see, but
they do so much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
I haven't gotten to take a look behind the curtain. These guys are incredible.
Yeah. Honestly, they just do everything, and we just talk.
Yeah.
But
this was easy.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. And most importantly, thank you for the most important part of this all. Thank you to chat. You guys are the souls and the reason why we do all this. Thank you very much for being here. And we'll see you next time this week. There's a lot more matches. This was only the first one of week 2. There's a lot more coming up. See you guys next time.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for all of the hype. Thank you for being here. Thank you for cheering on the runners. Hope to see you guys again in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.